Director General, Mr. Liu, Executive Director, Mr. Lindberg, and our Chairman, Mr. Ke, Chairman, Mr. Zhu, and joining us online is Dr. Winfried Hostmann from Berlin, Germany. Good day to all of you, our dear guests, and our media friends, and welcome to our online forum. The title of our online forum is the 5th Taiwan Germany Smart Machinery Online Forum. And our theme for this year, ladies and gentlemen, is interconnecting the global industries to jointly march towards an advanced manufacturing hub. So, as I'm sure all of you know, the pandemic of COVID-19 is still with us right now as we speak, and also the China and US trade war, it is still ongoing. So these two challenges is impacting our lives, impacting our business. It is in fact also disrupting our global supply chain. So what can we do about that? There are lots of things that we can do, especially between Taiwan and Germany. We could deepen our collaboration between Taiwan and Germany for advanced smart machinery hub. And that's the topic of our discussion today. We'll be discussing Taiwan and Germany's future, Taiwan and Germany's collaboration, Taiwan and Germany's opportunities together, advancing toward a smart manufacturing machinery hub. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I have the honor of inviting for our opening remarks, Taiwan's Ministry of Economic Affairs, Industrial Development Bureau, Director General, Mr. Liu Zhenhua, for the opening remarks. Director General, good day. With our applause, 局长好，酒店后。
Director General of Hostmann and the Taiwan Association of Machinery Industry Chairman Ko, and the German Trade of Executive Leader Lindberg, and the British Parliamentary Circle of Friends Chair Wilshire, and the Sieka Executive Board Director of FFG Group Chairman Zhu, and the German Institute Taipei Deputy Director Tech, Germany Trade and the Invest Director Herschel. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I would like to begin by, on behalf of the Ministry of Economic Affairs, Industry Development Bureau, extending a very warm welcome to all the esteemed participants in this, the 5th Germany-Taiwan Smart Machinery Forum, which is being held online for the very first time. For today's special gathering, we have invited representatives from a number of first-rate German and Taiwanese companies to take part and share with us their expert insights on some of the latest trends and the technological advancement in the smart machinery industry. It is our hope, as always, that through this forum, we can facilitate even closer engagement between the Taiwan and the Germany smart machinery sectors in order to generate win-win outcomes. In 2020, global industry has experienced an unprecedented shock brought about COVID-19 and now face a future full of uncertainty and unknowns. In this difficult environment, how Taiwanese and the German enterprise can succeed in transforming challenge into opportunity will be a major test of governments and the industry's flexibility in strategy decision making. Taiwan has been accelerating efforts since 2016 in the development of smart machine manufacture, adopting AI, 5G, and the IoT for the new technology for smart manufacturing as major development goal. Bilateral industry exchanges between Taiwan and Germany are an important link in fostering international concentrations. In the post-pandemic period, together, Taiwan and Germany can boost their cooperation and tap new marketing opportunities. Our government is committed to assist industry in advanced technology in order to transform Taiwan into a high-end manufacturing center for the Asia region. Though through greater cooperation, we can hasten industrial transformation and forge a high-end smart production ecosystem to bring about even more business opportunity for Taiwanese and the German firms. I am confident that Taiwan and Germany can together develop international paradigm of smart manufacture and achieve significant milestones to this regard every year. In closing, I would like to thank you, all of you, for your efforts in enhancing industrial cooperation between Taiwan and Germany, and for making times in your busy schedule to take part in today's forum so as to help make a stride and moving our bilateral industry engagement forward for mutual benefit. So lastly, I would like to wish everyone have a fruitful and productive deliberation and a very successful forum. Thank you and continuous good health and success to you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Director General, Mr. Liu, thank you for your wonderful opening remarks. Thank you, sir. Please be seated, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, moving on, this is joining us online and live from Berlin, Germany. This is Director General of the Industrial Policy Division, Federal Ministry of Economic Affairs and Energy, Dr. Winfried Horstmann. Dr. Horstmann, how are you today? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Good morning to all of you. Dear Mr. Director General Liu, dear Chairman Ko, dear Chairman Zhu, lieber Herr Wilsch, lieber Herr Limberg, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your kind introduction and for the invitation to this 5th Taiwanese Germany Smart Machinery Forum. It's a great honor to attend this meeting and to speak to you. We have very challenging times behind us, and there will be more to cope with in the coming months. COVID-19 is severely affecting our societies, our economies, and the international trading system. It demands dedicated and fast decision-making by business and by governments. Taiwan has mastered the COVID-19 so far pandemic successfully. Germany also has dealt comparatively well with the crisis, and we have managed to mitigate the economic impact on people and companies. We have launched in Germany a huge recovery program and funding schemes we have introduced on a large scale. These funding schemes are open to all corporations which operate or invest in Germany. So this includes Taiwanese companies as well as companies from other third countries, as we say, and companies from the European Union, certainly. But there's still much work to be done internationally to revitalize the economy and to give a fresh boost to trade and investment. We would love to see the cooperation between Taiwan and Germany setting a positive benchmark for the revival in international cooperation. That's very important, especially in these times. The preconditions are promising. Taiwan and Germany have long established and trusting economic relations. and Taiwan is one of our most important trading partners in Asia. And Germany, on the other hand, is a very important trading partner for Taiwan. We believe it is of utmost importance that we maintain free world trade and international cooperation, as it offers advantages to industries on both sides. However, COVID-19 has just demonstrated how fragile existing value chains can be. It has revealed economic dependencies and puts a question on the table as to how we can increase the competitiveness and the resilience of our industries. So this is also one of the main points we address with our, which we have launched in Germany and Europe. Digitization in Industry 4.0 not only contribute to improving quality in manufacturing, enhancing resource efficiency, and saving energy, they also play a crucial role in helping companies and value chains to become more resilient against international crises. In fact, it is the companies that are well advanced in the digitalization process which are best equipped to manage the current challenges. That's why we are currently seeing a strong push for and society in every field of our life. Pushing digitization is also the strategy of the Taiwanese government. And companies from Taiwan and Germany are engaging in cooperation. We very much welcome that and are interested in further strengthening our economic bilateral ties. One of our key objectives is to maintain digital and technological sovereignty. For instance, we want to gain more sovereignty on the data storage side, more independence from international cloud service providers. That is one of the aims we follow with the so-called Gaia X project, which we have developed and set up here in Germany and Europe. I would like to invite you to share the concept of the Gaia X and project. Another important area is the microelectronics side. As small and medium-sized enterprises in particular need support in the digital transformation. That is why I'm pleased that Germany and Taiwan have agreed on joint funding of bilateral market-oriented research and development projects of small and medium-sized enterprises. We have a specific program here in Germany, which is the so-called Central Innovation Program for the small and medium-sized corporations. And I know on the Taiwanese side, you also have your specific program, so we can, so to say, join forces and have some cooperation here. We are glad that we have already published the third German-Taiwanese call for proposals for joint R&D projects. And I see that the deadlines have not been reached, so the deadline for files to be handed in, they will expire by end of October. So there's still some possibility to achieve new files and to have additional projects here. Coming to a conclusion, I fully agree with you, Director General Liu. The current crisis can boost our bilateral cooperation on digitization and create a lot of win-win situations for our industries. So as usual, there's not always problems in a crisis, but there are also chances, and we would like to exploit these chances together with you. And this forum is an enabler for such an approach. Thank you very much for hosting this forum, and thank you very much for your attention. I wish you a good forum, good discussions, and a lot of success. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Dankeschön. Director General Dr. Huisman joining us live from Berlin, Germany. Right now it is 8 a.m. in Berlin, and right now here in Taiwan it is 2 p.m. So ladies and gentlemen, moving on, also for our opening remarks, please join me in welcoming Taiwan Association of Machinery Industry, TAMI Chairman, Mr. Alex Ke, for the opening remarks. Please, Mr. Chairman.
Honorable Li Zhenhua, Director, General of the Industrial Development Bureau, under the Ministry of Economic Affairs. Honorable Dr. Winfield Osman, Head of Department Industrial Policy, Federal Ministry of Economic Affairs and Energy. Honorable Mr. Asa Lindbergh, Chief Representative and Executive Director, German Trade Office Taipei. Honorable Jimmy Zhu, Chairman of Fair Friend Group. Distinguished speakers and participants, ladies and gentlemen, on-site and online, good afternoon to Taiwan, and good morning to Germany. Guten Tag, 大家好. I'm Alice Cole, the chairman of the TAMI, Taiwan Association of Machinery Industrial. I'm very pleased to be here and have this wonderful opportunity to stand for the machinery industry in Taiwan, to welcome your participation in this 5th Taiwan German Smart Machinery Online Forum. As you may know, Taiwan is Germany's 5th most important trading partner in Asia, and Germany is Taiwan's most important trading partner in the European Union. There are about 250 German companies in Taiwan. This shows the strong bond that we already have. In recent years, cooperation between Taiwan and Germany has strengthened, especially in the field of machinery industry. Siemens, Tube, Beckhoff, Bosch, and so many companies. They all have roots here in Taiwan. These German companies have achieved numerous successful cooperation projects with Taiwanese companies, and there are more ongoing. According to Business Confidence Survey Report 2019, conducted by German Trade Office Taipei, German companies remain confident about the development of the Taiwanese economy over the next 3 years. And the machinery industry, electronics and the computer industry, energy industry, as well as the automotive industry, are the most important target industries for the positive business development of German companies operating in Taiwan. Although the manufacturing industry has been impacted by the COVID-19, I have a strong confidence in the promised future. There is a proverb saying that the crisis is also a turning point. It's this COVID-19 crisis which will turn traditional manufacturing into the smart manufacturing. To increase their competitiveness, face the fast-change global market demands. TAMI is the second biggest industrial association in Taiwan. We have over 2,850 enterprise members. TAMI aims to provide information and guidance to the government and take part in government economic programs for the collective benefit of the machinery business. The production value of Taiwan machinery industry has reached 1 trillion NT dollars, which is about 34 billion US dollars since 2017, and has remained this 1 trillion NT dollars scale for 3 consecutive years. In the future, TAMI and the German Trade Office Taipei will serve as a bridge for further and close cooperation between Taiwan and the German's machinery industry. Let us join force, hand in hand, and shoulder to shoulder, bring Taiwan and Germany close together. Let our smart machine become the driving force of smart manufacturing. Let's make machinery industry great again. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. 谢谢.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Chairman Mr. Alex Ko, Chairman of TAMI, thank you for your wonderful opening remarks. Yes, crisis is also a turning point for the better future if we join forces together, especially Taiwan and Germany, in the areas of smart machinery. Ladies and gentlemen, and now also for the opening remarks, please join me in welcoming from German Trade Office Executive Director, Mr. Axel Lindberg, for the opening remarks. Our applause, please. Guten Tag.
Dear Mr. Lü, dear Mr. Ke, dear friend Jimmy Chu, dear Dr. Horstmann, lieber Herr Wilsch, ladies and gentlemen, dear friends. Dacia Hao. Today we have gathered to the Taiwan Germany Smart Machinery Forum for the 5th consecutive year. This forum would not have been possible without the great support of our reliable partners. My special thanks and our special thanks go to the Taiwanese Smart Machinery Promotion Office for jointly organizing this forum with us, as well as the Taiwan Association of Machinery Industry for being our co-organizer, and the Industrial Development Bureau not only acting as our advisory unit, but also for being our long-term partner, and not only for this event. We are in close cooperation and very thankful for this great cooperation. The Taiwan Germany Smart Machinery Forum was originally intended to promote the concept of Industry 4.0 and smart machinery. Throughout the last 5 years, we have seen Industry 4.0 develop into a major topic for the manufacturing sector. New fields such as 5G, artificial intelligence have started to complement the concept of Industry 4.0 and have gained in significance. However, the development of new Industry 4.0 concepts can thrive only if a regular exchange between companies takes place and government initiatives are well targeted. With highly qualified personnel, Taiwan and Germany are natural partners to further develop these future technologies. Today, signing of an MOU between Beckhoff and Schumpower Machinery proves that German and Taiwanese companies complement each other when developing innovative Industry 4.0 solutions. More of these bilateral partnerships will follow, and we, the German Trade Office, are delighted to contribute to the continuation of bilateral exchange that is crucial to jointly develop the future of smart manufacturing. I am convinced that broadcasting this forum online is a great way to bring German and Taiwanese stakeholders, experts and partners together in times of travel restrictions. And it's also a clear evidence and demonstration of the flexibility and innovation of German and Taiwanese partners to set up this hybrid forum in a very short time, and I would say in a quite successful way. I wish all of us a very fruitful forum with many interesting discussions and presentations and new insights, and hopefully to gain new business chances and business opportunities. Thank you very much for your attention. 谢谢大家.
谢谢. Thank you so much, sir. Executive Director, Mr. Axel Lindberg from German Trade Office. Once again, our applause. Thank you, sir. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, moving on, also for the opening remarks, we have FFG Chairman. This is Mr. Jimmy Zhu. He holds a very important post also. He is also the co-chairman of Taiwan Germany Business Council. Please welcome Chairman Zhu with our applause.
Dear Dr. Hostman, dear my good friend, Mr. Lomberg, 我们工业局的理事长郑华兄，还有我们机器工会的柯理事长巴西兄，我今天呢很高兴呢，也很荣幸呢，有机会来参加这个由经济部工业局呢，还有德国这个经济办事处主办的这个第5届台德智慧机械的线上论坛呢。我想今年呢，这个 COVID-19 呢，确实也中断了我们全球经济的流动。但是呢，这个包括我们的经济部工业局呢，跟德国经济办事处呢，也迅速的采取了很多的行动，所以在这方面呢，也积极的促进台德两边的这种产业合作，并且为这个产业呢提供了这个很多继续对话的这个平台呢。我个人身为这个台德经济合作会议的共同主席呢，我非常的衷心感谢呢，为台德两岸这个产业合作所做的这个努力呢，这个德国这个经济办事处以及我们台湾经济部的这个工业局，我想本身方面呢，这个多年来呢，大家都知道，台湾跟德国政府呢，这个努力下呢，台湾跟德国的之间的这个贸易，近10年来大概成长了这个30%。众所周知呢，德国也是工业4.0领域的这个全球先驱跟领导者，在技术研发还有集成方面呢，有很先进的这个能力。作为世界上工业化最多的国家之一呢，也是欧洲最大的这个经济体。德国呢，于2011年呢，首先呢，这个本身提出了这个工业4.0的初步概念。我们这个 FAG Group 旗下的德国 Mark 呢，也是这个工业4.0当初的这个创始企业。我相信呢，在不久的将来呢，我们都要面临解决这个人口老龄化，还有这个工作力缩短带来的问题呢。现在更要面临这个疫情的这个所造成的这个企业这个生产还有行销不便的这些问题。我想德国政府呢，在过去这几年，全力在致力于透过这个工业4.0的自动化这个计划呢，来帮助这个企业开发这个智慧制造的模式。台湾呢，我们的政府呢，也积极透过建立这个智慧机械技术中心，还有智慧机械这个本身方面产业园区呢，来推动本身方面我们这个长期的这个智慧制造的发展。我想我们要跟德国的这个学习的这个地方呢，是相当多。那本身方面呢，过去几十年来呢，德国一直是我们在欧盟成员中最重要的贸易伙伴，而台湾也是德国在亚洲的这个主要伙伴之一。I also would like to say the FAG Group how we cooperation with the Germany. So if we're looking FAG, I'm coming to the Germany. I almost acquired over the 9 companies in Germany. So now FAG, we have over the 2,000 people working together in the Germany. So today we will be talking the smarter machine and the smarter manufacturer. So in case FAG group, we already to pass the over the 7 years. So I asked our Taiwan 5 machine tool company and the cooperation with our Germany, the 9 machine tool company. Through this cooperation, I want to say thank a lot in our Germany company as the Mark and the Hesep Those in Germany, we have 7 machine tool company. We have 11 manufacturers in the Germany. So past these 7 years, through the Taiwan and the Germany, all our machine tool the cooperation. So that's very good hope for our Taiwan machine tool company. We are upgrade our technology point. And also in the future, we will be try to cooperation and we will be to do the key components for in Taiwan for our German machine tool company. Of course, we also try to do the assembly, the German machine in Taiwan. So those kind of machine will be the shipment to the Germany. So I believe the Taiwan and the Germany, machine tool, the cooperation in that's the smarter machinery, smarter manufacture, lies also more hope for the Taiwan machine tool or our company. So in case that's the FAG through this cooperation, we also to do the same cooperation in our Italy and the Switzerland and also France. The total is the 21 machine tool in European company. Today we will be talking in the cooperation for the smarter machinery. Lies the good topic. 我想全球这个产业已经进入这个新的这个数位化时代。部分的原因呢，因为在工业4.0，台湾呢跟德国是双方合作的这个伙伴呢。我个人非常感谢经济部工业局跟德国的这个经济办事处呢举办了这一次的这个会议呢。那也在这里呢，要祝福今天的这个线上的这个论坛圆满成功，同时也祝福今天莅临的各位贵宾身体健康，工作顺心，事业愉快。Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Chairman, Mr. Jimmy Chu, co-chair of Taiwan Germany Business Council. Thank you, Mr. Co-chairman. Thank you for addressing us in both languages of Mandarin and in English. Ladies and gentlemen, moving on, last but not least, we have one more opening remarks. This is pre-recorded video, okay? He is member of parliament, member of Bundestag. This is Mr. Klaus-Peter Wisch. He is also the chairman of German-Taiwan Parliament Friendship Group. Please, let us watch the video together. And meantime, we'll be setting the chairs for the group photo.
Dear Mr. Limburg, dear friends of Taiwan and friends in Taiwan, dear sir or madam, Taiwan is a beacon of democracy, the rule of law and freedom. The people of Taiwan can be rightfully proud of this. They are living in freedom. They work hard for their prosperity. The fruits of this are stable democracy and economic strength that others can only dream of. Taiwan is a role model. Because of this, it is a great pleasure for me to address some words to you. As you may know, since 2010, I am the chairman of the German-Taiwanese Parliamentarian Group. I'm proud to be the chair of this group, and our parliamentary friendship group is even one of the larger ones within the German Bundestag. In total, almost 40 members belong to it, and it's still growing. We Friends of Taiwan will continue to do everything within our power to at least keep the discrimination against Taiwan to a minimum. We're sometimes a bit more pressing than our government is. Economic independence play a paramount role in this process. You know the facts. Taiwan is Germany's 5th most important trading partner in Asia, and Germany is Taiwan's most important sales market on our continent. What makes me happy, there is no gap. Made in Germany is as good as made in Taiwan is. Some time ago, we had young startup entrepreneurs as guests in our parliamentary group. It became obvious once again that a great opportunity Taiwan offers to German companies because Taiwan is an Asian high-tech country with a constitutional state. This is unfortunately not a matter of course in this region. As Dr. Clement Gu, many certainly know him, once said, while copyright is also translated as copyright in Taiwan, in China it is more likely to say copy is right. That is an important aspect because acting together also means trusting each other. This is at least true when a long partnership is aimed for. I'm delighted that you have organized such an interesting event. At this point, I would not like to anticipate the speaker's topic too much, but Industry 4.0 is of course also a topic here in Deutschen Bundestag, especially in the Committee for Economy and Energy, of which I myself am a member. It's also a crucial topic in the aviation and space industry, and I'm chairman of the Aviation and Space Group in the Deutsche Bundestag. I'm very aware of the opportunities Industry 4.0 offers. The aviation sector is following the trend seen in many sectors of industry towards an increasing international division of labor. Shorter, and also always shorter cycles of innovation and rising demands in terms of economic viability and environmental friendliness. In Industry 4.0, production interlocks with the most modern information and communication technology. This enables products to be manufactured according to individual customer requirements. Industry 4.0 makes it possible to produce individual pieces at the price of mass-produced goods and in high quality. The technical base for this are intelligent, digitally networked systems and production processes. We actually wanted to make a proposal on the subject in spring, just in time for the Hanover Fair. Since the term was coined at the Hanover Fair in April 2011, Industry 4.0 has proven to be an important digital growth driver in Germany, as significant progress has been made in the field of Industry 4.0 applications in Germany. The research and development potentials of the High-Tech Strategy 2020 and the High-Tech Strategy 2025, which has reoriented during the legislative period, have been important stimuli. Germany is one of the most competitive industrial locations and at the same time the world's leading factory equipment supplier. Unfortunately, the pandemic in spring put a damper on our plans. All fairs are cancelled and the application is put on hold for the time being. Now, since Monday, the session-free time in Bundestag has come to an end. We will also take up this important topic again. I'm particularly pleased that Dr. Horstmann, representative of the Federal Ministry of Economics and Energy, will be attending your event. I wish you a good course, many insights and good impulses. Sincerely yours, Klaus-Peter Wilsch, German Taiwanese Parliamentarians Group.
Dankeschön. Thank you to Mr. Klaus-Peter Wisch, Chairman of German-Taiwan Parliament Friendship Group, also member of Bundestag. Ladies and gentlemen, and now it is time for our group photo. As you can see, our chairs have all been set. So, as the MC now, I would like to welcome our guests to please be seated. We have 3 rows. First row, sitting down. Second row, standing between the chair and the stage. Third row, on the stage. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome Director General Mr. Lü Zhenhua to please sit in the center. With our applause, ladies and gentlemen. And also, let us welcome Chairman Mr. Ke and Mr. Axel Lindberg. Please welcome Mr. Zhu Zhiyang, Zhu Zongcai. Please welcome Alex Herschler. Please be seated for the group photo as well. And please welcome Hu Zhusen Hu Suozhang from ITRI. With our applause, and please welcome Mr. Erdo Elver to please join us for the group photo, sitting on the first row. And now, ladies and gentlemen, also welcoming Xie Shuling Xie Dongshizhang for the group photo. Also welcoming Zhuang Guoqing Zhuang Dongshizhang for the group photo. And Felix Wang, please join us for the group photo. And last but not least, in the front row, first row sitting down is, please welcome Mr. Tino Hildebrein for the group photo. Now, ladies and gentlemen, for the second row standing, please welcome our guests Lin Jianyou 董事长、许文通秘书长、陈博嘉总经理、林华宇组长、温正道资深经理、陈崇光执行长、黄旭崔总经理、王正清总顾问，还有郑品聪研发长。This is our second row between the chair and the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, as instructed by my boss, I have to now welcome all the guests now still sitting down to please join us on stage. 所有的贵宾，我们在座与会的贵宾，请一起拍大合照，请各位一起拍大合照。报告各位贵宾，拍照的时候就请暂时拿掉口罩。Thank you so much. We want everyone, all the participants in this group photo. 我们所有与会的贵宾 ，Thank you. Yes, third row, 第三排 on the stage. So you stand between the shoulders to make sure you could see the camera. If you can see the camera could get your face in the photo. This is photo for press release. 这张要发新闻的照片。OK， 我们每一个眼神看2次。第一个看大会摄影师 Hugo， 举手举高一点。This one， 第一个眼神看他，这样子新闻的照片眼神才一致。Second photo， 他会蹲下来。Let's look at the media friends， 媒体朋友。OK，let's get ready for the wonderful smile because Taiwan and Germany we have a wonderful cooperation, so we have a wonderful smile. OK。Hugo, squat down. 我们现在看媒体朋友 Now media friends. Same smile for the media friends, okay? Okay, there you go. He's asking you to smile to him. Okay, now one more posture. Thumbs up, okay, thumbs up. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, our wonderful smile. Taiwan and Germany, we cooperate together for a better and brighter future. Do you say yes? Thank you. Thank you very much. Wonderful group photo. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Oh, one more. One more for the media friends. So let's do this again. Ladies and gentlemen, with thumbs up, Taiwan, Germany, working together for a better and brighter future. Do you say yes? Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. Please be seated. Job well done. Yes, job well done. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you for this wonderful, historic moment. And now we have another historic moment coming right up. Ladies and gentlemen, after the group photo comes a very important event. This is the signing of the MOU between Taiwan and Germany. This is the signing of the MOU between Taiwan and Germany. We have 2 very important companies to sign this MOU. Ladies and gentlemen, this MOU is a historic moment also for the smart machinery of Taiwan and Germany. This is a memorandum of understanding, an MOU signing ceremony between Beckhoff and Chumpower. So now we will be setting the stage for our MOU signing ceremony. The table and the chairs, and of course the MOU contract, and of course the pen, and our flag together, Taiwan and Germany. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now I have the honor of inviting first our signing representative. Please be seated. Please welcome Chumpower, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Xie. Please be seated. And also welcoming Beckhoff President, Mr. Felix Wang. Please be seated. Our signing representatives. Ladies and gentlemen, our applause. Thank you. All right. Now, Andy needs your applause once again to welcome our 3 witness representatives. They are Director General, Mr. Lü, our witness, Mr. Axel Lindberg, and Chairman, Mr. Ke, our witness representative. Please stand behind the signing representatives and watch them while they sign to make sure they sign very well, okay? Of course, I'm sure you do a great job signing them. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is a signing of MOU between Beckhoff, German PC-based control technology pioneer in automation technology, and Taiwan's Chunpower blow molding machine. After the MOU is signed, we will have a wonderful total solution for Industrial 4.0 between Taiwan and Germany. Ladies and gentlemen, now our signing representatives, please hold the pen. Still, 定格画面，先拍一张，再签。Okay, please hold the pen. Look at Hugo. 举手的这位，眼神一致。举手的这位 ，OK. Now Hugo. 也看媒体朋友，也看媒体朋友。Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now we're all the witness. We're all witnesses right here. With our applause, please sign. Wonderful collaboration. Thank you. Now please exchange the MOU and sign again because we need 2 signatures on each MOU. Thank you very much. This is a historic moment, a wonderful moment between Taiwan and Germany. Together, we will have a total solution for Industry 4.0. I believe the MOU has just been signed. So, ladies and gentlemen, our applause once again. Please show the MOU to the media friends. Please show the MOU. And if you have one hand free, please, we cannot shake hands, but we could join forces. Elbow power, join forces. The power of Taiwan and Germany. Thank you so much. Thank you. The MOU has just been signed. Wonderful moment, historic moment. 再次掌声, our applause once again. Taiwan and Germany, friends forever. Power together. Thank you. Thank you so much. Please be seated. Thank you very much. 谢谢, 谢谢. Ladies and gentlemen, historic moment between Taiwan and Germany. Together we will have a total solution for Industry 4.0 between Chunpower and Beckhoff. It is now time to move on to our 5th Taiwan-Germany Smart Machinery Online Forum. Now, for this online forum, I have the honor of inviting our keynote speakers. Now, for each topic, we have 3 topics together. For each topic, we have a speaker from Germany and also a speaker from Taiwan. Ladies and gentlemen, the 3 topics are the role of smart manufacturing platform. This is topic 1. Topic 2, system integration, maximizing value. And topic 3, smart manufacturing technology trends and application. So, it is time for our keynote speech number 1. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming first our Taiwan speaker for the keynote speech topic of role of smart manufacturing platform. Please welcome ITRI Vice President and General Director, Mr. Hu Zhusen. 欢迎胡所长 Dr. Hu.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's been my honor to talk today about the smart manufacturing platform for Industry 4.0. I think that during the COVID-19, a lot of business were slowed down due to the isolation. However, I think the pace to boost our digital transformation in manufacturing and the machines should not be stopped. So both the industry, government, and research institution and academia in Taiwan still hold the fast pace in promoting our smart manufacturing platform to our industry. So today, my talk will be to describe again our policy for smart machinery, and next one I would like to talk about our newly launched program to establish a machine cloud in Taiwan, and we have some progress. So I will talk about some applications, and finally the conclusion. Okay, now current status. Enterprise of either Germany or Taiwan are mainly SMEs. as you can see that there are a lot of SMEs in Taiwan as well as in Germany. So the target for digital transformation are mainly on those SMEs, okay? And our smart machinery promotion program in Taiwan, the goal is to facilitating the adoption of smart manufacturing in the manufacturing sector. Now, we already launched a program for several years. So we have a very clear picture of how to promote the digitization for our industry. Mainly for SMEs, they are beginning to do the digital transformation. In other words, their status should be from industry 2.0 to 3.0. And during this segment, the main purpose is to do digitization. In other words, automation plus digitization. But for some industry who already have certain scale or already have some program within their factory, their status will be 3.0 to 4.0. And during this segment, the main purpose or the main effort is to how to utilize the data they collect. In other words, how to introduce what we said AI into their factory. Okay. Now, but any type of technical means or technical methods to promote the industry, we should have goals. Okay, what is our purpose of doing so? Okay, so this in this slide we list 8 objectives. For example, when we introduce the digitization, our first goal is to do process optimization. In other words, we optimize the efficiency of the process. And the second one is we want to have least machine downtime as possible. Okay. The third one is we want to increase our labor productivity. This is very important because of the aging society, so that our productivity should be increased. Quality management, inventory management, supply chain, supply demand forecast, time to market, especially supply demand forecast is very important during the COVID-19 because of the lockdown. So every company, they are bookkeeping their manufacturing process because they don't want to waste additional time to produce products that cannot be shipped out. But in the meantime, if there is a fast demand or the demand, suddenly a surge of demand, their process should be open again to cope with the demand. For example, during this COVID-19, I think everyone knows that we fastly assemble a team thanks to Tommy and a lot of industry people. They assemble together to make the mask for us. So during 1 month, the team quickly supply all the demand in Taiwan. This is a typical example of the product development in manufacturing during the COVID-19. Okay. So across the industry, like in mechanical equipment, people who making equipment, or metal and critical vehicle industry, textile industry, and ICT industry, etc. For those A objective, they have different requirements. And the table shows that if it's a black dot, that means this is required. As you can see that, of course, all the industry, they require process optimization. And some others are needed, and some the hollow circle means that they already have some capability to fulfill the labor productivity or increase the labor productivity, but we need to have some also to have to inject some energy to the industrial sector to make it better. Okay, So the government already have some type of investigation and have some conclusions of how should we focus our development or focus our technology to different industry and what are their needs in terms of fulfilling the goals. So the strategy to establish the platform is we have the objectives, as I mentioned. Then second one is we need to have a direction to fulfill the objective. So in other words, and in this direction, we have to figure out what type of technology like 5G or AI that should be injected to the platform so that to establish the capability to fulfill the objective. So, these are 7 approaches that we take from the direction. So we need to establish the foundation for the technology, and we need to promote the service integration and the system integration, and we need to develop the applications on the cloud, and etc. Okay, so all these approaches supporting the directive and to achieve the objectives. This is the what is the approach we take from the strategy side. And in terms of roadmap, I think the most important one is to promote the idea of cloud computing or cloud storage, or even the future interconnect manufacturing idea in Taiwan. So to promote, we call it the machine cloud. This is actually promoted also by Tommy. Okay, should we have a machine cloud that can be adopted by many SMEs? Okay, I think very important point is that if for a small scale company, if they want to establish their own clouds, they will have to spend a lot of money, and the cost is high. So it will stop them from adopting the modern technology. So in other words, can we have an idea of creating clouds that can be shared by those SMEs to reduce their cost? Okay, so this is the roadmap we have from, I think we already begin, okay, but it will officially launch next year, okay? Then we first establish infrastructure, then we will gather people to write their APPs on the clouds, okay, and encourage people in the manufacturing sector to use those APPs. And I think in the long run, we will try to inject more AI technology into this platform. Okay, so there are a lot of work like how do we unify the communication standards in the shop floor, and also how do we come up with some standard of software interface on the clouds, etc. Those efforts will be launched starting next year. Okay, and this is a very familiar, I think the familiar figure for everyone that basically the cloud computing for manufacturing or the digital transformation can be separated into 3 layers. The first one is IaaS, means the hardware dependent one. The second one is the PaaS, we call platform as a service. The third one is the SaaS, the people writing the application software for the upper layer. So PaaS is, like I say, is very important because it will connect the hardware to the software application. So starting next year, we will try to see if we can have a cloud that can be shared by many industries. Of course, the most important one for everyone to share is the security. Okay, no one wants to leak their manufacturing know-how to the cloud. So this is a very important point that during our technical work to ensure the information security of those during the digital transformation. Okay, so this is a more detailed view of the clouds. Okay, so we have a platform operator currently, the E3 and Tommy and some other large industrial IT companies. We are talking together to see who will operate the clouds. Okay. okay? And so we have a machine cloud, and we have people contribute the cloud, like the APP developer, and the machine makers, and the system integrator. All this effort will be directly to shop floor to have their efficiency enhanced by these efforts, okay? Now, one of the very important effort in establishing the cloud is the industrial standard. Like I said, we have different type of standard on the floor. For example, machine communication. For example, if the machine is made or the integration automation is made by Siemens, then Siemens has their own standards. If the machine is from some other companies, they have different standards. So all those shop floor standards should have some certain type of bridge transformation, bridging or some transformation to the clouds. Okay, we are not trying to have a unified standard on the shop floor because this is not possible. But we should be open that the cloud can accept a lot of standards to extract the data onto the cloud. That's the main point. Okay. So another one is that when we establish the cloud, what is the ecosystem if the cloud is established? Ecosystem means who will supply the service, how much money will the user pay for the service, and how do we qualify the APP in order to guarantee that ensure the quality of the users so that the user can use them. Okay, so those are not easy tasks, but it has to be done. In other words, if we don't do this, individual companies, especially SMEs, they are very difficult to adapt the digital transformation. Okay, and of course this is in the long run that we will establish the service model and testing with the big data for connectivity. Okay, so other than develop the cloud infrastructure, we also try to see if we can introduce the modern technology like 5G into the cloud system. And we are thinking how maybe later on we can discuss what would be the most valuable point of 5G into the digital transformation, especially in the manufacturing domain. Nowadays, people talk about 5G, but in order for 5G to really enter our factory, I think there's still some gap that we are currently working on finding out the value of the 5G communication. So it will involve some communication effort and linking to different type of stakeholders, machines, and others. Okay. Now, these slides talk about the smart modules for automation and the feedback for design. Okay. Previous slides I talk about only the manufacturing, but so 5 minutes is that, do I need to take questions or not? No. Okay, sorry. Okay, so I thought I have to take questions, so my time is up. I only have a few slides left. In order for machine cloud to work, the most important one is what are the APPs they provide. Okay, so but this has to link directly to the shop floor with a lot of manufacturing know-how and the needs. Okay, so this is another effort that we need to. Now, right now, I think our target is to promote this APP by using the system integrator. There are a lot of system integrators in Taiwan, but their main business previously was to go to the factory, linking machine together, make sure everything working automatically, that's it. But in the future, their own business can be upgraded if they can collect data from the shop floor and they can provide some software to serve their customer. So system integrator is really the target or the main focus in the future digital transformation because they know ICT and they can contact directly to the shop floor. So we are gathering a lot of different type of system integrators to all work all together to promote this idea. Okay, and in order to do that, because just like they want to do business, so they need a store, right? If we want to sell something, we need to open a store. So in other words, we need to open a cyber store. The store is on the cloud side. So people who, we want to solve the problem that the system integrator or the APP provider, they focus their efforts on writing APP. They don't worry about how to deploy the APP. They don't want to have to worry about how their customer can access their APP. Or even if they have some upgrade of the APP, the platform can facilitate the functions for them to do that. So in other words, we'll minimize the cost of APP providers, and that will also boost the usage of the machine clouds. Okay. This is a preliminary website for our smart machine cloud, and we have a very primitive design. And like I said, we will officially launch the machine cloud next year, so to many people that can come up and either provide their APP or download their APP or to book service from the system integrators. Okay. There are some very small activities to test our system. First one is the plastic injection industry. So we focus on the plastic injection machines to enable their digitization by adopting the cloud technology, as I said. So this is previously without digital transformation. And we try to use the technology, and after that, we wish the injection machine can be digitized and with a lot of smart functions through the cloud service. The second one is also from the PCB and the machine tool industry, and this has to do with the line of production. Okay, then we also adopt the technology, and we already engage in some PCB manufacturing industry to deploy the technology for a test. So conclusion is that to take home today, my main idea is to explain to you our effort for the next several years to establish the cloud for our SMEs. And this is all jointly promoted by TAMI and a lot of industrial associations in Taiwan. And we want to promote the machine clouds, but we will first focus on several industries to make successful examples for others to know, okay? And the last one, but not the least, is that we want to gather a bunch of system integrators and the software developers and also some other people with manufacturing expertise so that they can write APPs on the cloud. This concludes my talk. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, Dr. Hu, from ITRI, Vice President and General Director of Mechanical and Mechatronics Systems Research Lab from ITRI. Thank you, Dr. Hu, for this wonderful presentation. And now for the same topic, the role of smart manufacturing platform, our German representative for this topic, we have President and CEO of Siemens Taiwan Limited, Mr. Erdo Elver. Please welcome with our applause. Good day, sir.
Lieber Axel, distinguished guests, customers, ladies and gentlemen, here and online, good afternoon. The world is complex, especially the industrial world is very complex. We have to deal with many parties taking part in a manufacturing process, maybe in different places. As you can see at the background of this picture, it is, I think, from the process industry. And at the same time, we want to do it in a more efficient way, the manufacturing process, in less resource consuming, and even with a higher quality and in a faster time. So how can we achieve it? Well, the solution is building so-called digital models, software models of the manufacturing process of the products, what we want to build, and utilize it for, well, virtual testing, for understanding of the function before building the real product. So that is where we are talking about combining the digital, the virtual, and the real world. As we can see also in the picture, the model built in blue in this picture, trying to map the real world into the digital world. So that is my speech. I will focus on this key concept, how we can build a virtual world, mapping into the digital world, mapping the digital world into the physical world, and how we can utilize it in smart manufacturing. And that is, in fact, one of the key features of Industry 4.0, respectively smart manufacturing, and where we are having machines, systems, product working in a network way in comparison with other ways like working in a linear way. That's the one aspect. And here also we are talking from cyber physical systems in smart manufacturing, once again, which are connected through different means, of course, utilizing information and communication technology. And with this, running the manufacturing in a more efficient way than before. And also we are bringing in into the so-called platforms and ecosystems. Those are also the concepts which are differentiating now Industry 4.0 from other Industry 3, 2, respectively 1. And Siemens has been founded after Industry 1.0, and since then we are in fact shaping the development in the manufacturing world with our products and solutions. Once again, the key is here linking the different elements in a manufacturing and utilizing the IoT, the industrial Internet of Things, and with this, of course, opening up a new era of innovation, and that is in fact one of the key concepts of smart manufacturing. And now, coming from a leader in automation, Siemens has been now expanding its automation solutions all over the years, and now more than 10 years we have also started investing in software solutions. As you can see in the graph, in fact around 2007 we have started to acquire key software companies, and meanwhile we are one of the biggest software solution providers in industrial world. And in fact we are leading in this sector, and that is in fact the way how we can provide our customers solutions where they can combine the virtual world with the real world and provide, of course, proper solutions to the problems. And of course, acquiring companies is not the only way to become leader, but you need to have key domain know-how. That is what we are having through, again, our history. In automation, in industrial solutions, and also having a strong technology stack and powerful ecosystems, which are in fact key again for us to become a leader by again combining physical and digital worlds and providing solutions to our customers. And this stack looks like this. We have, of course, at the bottom layer all the products you can touch and feel that are systems, sensor, machines, drives, and that is the hardware level at the bottom. And on top of it, we have the control systems, which help to manage to automate those systems, and also having the cloud, the edge computing and the connection from there to the software layer. And on the software layer, we are of course providing the platforms, what you need to build solutions on the cloud, and other software solutions. And on top of it, of course, all the applications in the cloud. And it looks like that we have all the relevant ingredients in this stack to build a powerful solution in industrial world. And of course, as I said, the industrial ecosystems where we are having our partners, but also alliance partners, plays an important role here in developing solutions in this industrial world. So, I will now, in the following, touch upon a couple of those technologies and share with you what we can do with them, again, to provide solutions to our customers. And that is, in fact, the overview of the important technologies, starting with digital twin. We're talking about industrial AI, cloud solutions, industrial 5G, or additive manufacturing. So I will start with the digital twin, and I have in the following some animations, so we have to really watch a bit closely. In digital twin, we have different types of twin. Let's start with the first, which is the product twin. This is the digital twin of the product, which you can build using software solutions, and as I said, utilize it to understand your product's features before building the real product. So that is the one step. After having it, we move on, and that is the virtual product, and build the digital twin of the production. So that is the second twin, what we need. So production is another essential, of course, element in manufacturing, what needs to be designed properly. And with the digital software solutions, you can make a simulation of your production and understand, of course, different details on it. So that is the digital twin of the production. From there, we move on to from virtual production, move on to real production, and we can see here the certain examples from the real production. And having the real production, after having the real production, we have the product now. And product will, of course, function somewhere in the field, and then we are coming to the so-called performance twin of the product. So again, we have three important twins: product twin, production twin, and the performance twin if the product is done, is running. So this is a very, very important element of smart manufacturing. From those twin, important is that we can go back to the production, respectively to the product design, if there's issues in my product, for example, which I can detect during the operation time. And that is what we call the closed loop from operation back to production, respectively, to the product design. And that you can only do with powerful software systems, what my colleagues from digital industries are providing, what we also call digital enterprise. And with this, you can build, as said, powerful twins with for your products, production, respectively, the performance twin. So that is, in fact, one of the key concepts of smart manufacturing. Here, again, we are combining with this, in fact, the physical world with the virtual world, respectively, digital world. And this we do nearly for all industries, respectively, verticals, which is just shown here, again, for manufacturing industry, car manufacturing, F&B, but also for the process industries, where you also need powerful simulation tools, which you need to build your twins. So that is just to give you an overview about the different verticals where you can apply this. So once again, this is one of the key elements of smart manufacturing, building the digital twin, and which again enables us to build the virtual models of the products. Just to share with you a recent example, my colleagues from digital industries have recently, as the pandemic has started, worked together with a local company called Terra Autotech to ramp up their mask 4.0 production by, again, using the digital tools, building the digital twin of the production, and with this helping the customers to speed up the time to market, and with this, of course, bringing the products very fast into the market to the customers, which was needed around that time. So just to share with you a concrete example from Taiwan. Another key concept is industrial artificial intelligence. That is all, of course, going together, and during the manufacturing we are generating a lot of data which can be used again to detect faults or to do certain preventive maintenance systems. And that is where we are coming into the industrial AI applications in smart manufacturing. In most cases today, we have to tell to the robots how to do certain steps. In future, we will just tell them what to do, and they will decide themselves through learning algorithms and other algorithms, AI algorithms, and to run, for example, different steps in a more efficient way than we would do manually. So that is another key concept I like to share. And also here in Taiwan, my colleagues from digital industries are cooperating with MIC's company ADAC to build up applications on AI and augmented reality in the factory operation area. So that is another example where we are working jointly with local companies to support, again, the manufacturing industry. The next example, again, cloud in industrial IoT. It is another basic concept what we need. Here, our MindSphere, that is our operating system for industrial IoT, which provides us all the concepts you need to link to the physical world through the links, through the defined interfaces. In fact, most of our products are coming today with a defined interface to the cloud. And then you have the platform where you can upload the data into the cloud. And then you have an interface where you can build the relevant applications for the specific cases. And we have, in fact, established the MindSphere World last year here in Taiwan. We have more than 30 members of MindSphere World. And we have also announced MindSphere is, in fact, free of charge for our customers. Can be used for applications. Of course, my colleagues, my team are helping to build specific applications. And with this, again, we are also supporting the development in this area with our platform MindSphere. Next one, well, we have also worked recently with another company, Taiwan as Shenghong Industrial, to improve their productivity and stability to cope with the high demand for the non-woven, which was also needed to manufacture the masks during the pandemic phase. Another example where we have speed up, you know, the production of the masks through our MindSphere system. Industrial 5G has been mentioned a couple of times. It is coming. And I had yesterday discussions with relevant authorities. We can even start now doing certain trials. From now 2 to 3 years, it will be available also for the private networks. With this, we will be able, through the high data rates and also the amount of sensors you can connect with each other, to build up new kinds of solutions and new kinds of ways to solve the old problems. And this will again give another boost to smart manufacturing, again by building much more powerful applications. And here my colleagues are working together with local customers and preparing certain trials also to show that we can utilize industrial 5G to build applications to solve certain issues in manufacturing. So that was this one. So now, being more and more digitalized in manufacturing and uploading more and more data in clouds and others, now cybersecurity becoming a key issue which we need to look at. And we have, in fact, at Siemens providing a concept for software, but also network security. With this, we are providing, in fact, a kind of double protection. So that is another very important concept which we have to provide, that the solutions are really secured and nothing can happen. And also here we have teamed up with another 16 powerful companies and established a kind of charter of alliance to build confidence and the relevant rules and regulations related to cybersecurity. So that is another important aspect which we are driving from our point of view. Last but not least, my last concept, additive manufacturing. I have mentioned it's another important concept to utilize to manufacture certain products in a short time, which was not possible in the past. Example, high efficient gas turbines need proper blades, and those blades has been in the past manufactured with the old ways, which took more time, more material. But today we can utilize 3G to print those blades, and which with this we can make the turbines even more efficient. A concrete example here, we have opened up our additive manufacturing network for 3D printing, again during the pandemic time, to the medical component suppliers, that they can utilize it to design, respectively build key medical components like ventilators and others during the pandemic time. So this was another example where Siemens tried to support, again, the companies building medical components during the pandemic time. So this is another example, another concept which we are utilizing in smart manufacturing. So that is in fact key overview about the concepts which we are utilizing to build, to connect the physical world with the virtual world, and with this help, again, to implement the smart manufacturing complex. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for your wonderful presentation. Just judging from the applause, I'm sure everyone enjoyed your presentation. Thank you once again. Our applause once again. Mr. Erdo Elver, President and CEO, Siemens Taiwan Limited. Ladies and gentlemen, now moving on for our next speaker. The topic is on systems integration, maximizing value. Our Taiwan speaker is Mr. Patrick Chen, General Manager of Yongjing Machinery. Please welcome with our applause.
Hello, everybody. My name is Patrick Chen. I'm the General Manager of YCM. I don't know why it's not working. Sorry. 你要到这最后一页。Sorry.
Patrick, how about an overview of your topic while we get through the technical difficulties?
Okay. Well, I'm going to speak very briefly about what YCM is going to be doing in terms of our smart manufacturing advancements. So here's a brief bio, but the topic today is towards a better tomorrow. I think we all need some positive energy during these tough times, especially during COVID-19. So how can YCM, a company that's been in existence ever since 1954, transform itself and at the same time help our customers also move towards smart manufacturing? So here's a brief bio. It's not that important, but most important is the company. As mentioned, the company has been started since 1954, so it is in its 66th year of existence. And right now the company is manufactures various products. I'm not going to go into that, but we have close to 800 employees in Taiwan, 1,000 employees throughout the world in total. So here's our brief bird's eye view of our factory. It's in total 164,000 square meters. We're a very fully integrated machine tool company, from foundry, machining to assembly. A lot of the core competencies we built in-house, so that's what makes our YCM products different from other products here throughout the world. So here's our global network. We have companies throughout the world, let it be in Europe. We're in Düsseldorf, Germany, and in the US, and of course in China. And throughout the world, we have close to over 50 sales networks. So we are we reach throughout the world, and hope to provide a lot of solutions throughout the world. So here's our product focus, of course, in our 5 very important industries. I'm not going to go into too much into this, but as mentioned in the top, total solution. How do we provide solutions to customers in these industries? And so how do we fulfill customer value? Through lean thinking. And this is something that a lot of companies talk about smart manufacturing, but what we're going to share today is how do we utilize lean manufacturing concept into our smart manufacturing technologies. So these are some of the challenges we face, let it be from a macro perspective, micro perspective in our industries. As you can see, territory reshuffling, especially through the Chinese-US trade war. At the same time, because of COVID-19, we're seeing a lot of product life cycles becoming shorter and shorter. And of course, the most important thing we always care about is labor shortages. So these are things that's affecting us on a daily basis in the manufacturing world, and it makes it even worse through the COVID-19. So as you can see, this is data from our for labor in Taiwan. Starting in 2017, you can see that the total workforce starting to go downhill. And I think in 2018 or 2019, the death rate in Taiwan has surpassed birth rate in Taiwan. So this model is going to only accelerate in terms of the number of people that's entering the Taiwan workforce. So a lot of companies nowadays are looking for alternative solutions, especially in automation, smart machinery. But the key thing we all need to think about really, really important is because of COVID-19, our supply chain. This is something that we need to think about very closely because we cannot utilize the traditional methods of transportation to do business. There's a lot of things we need to do very, very differently. So this is our YCN Industry 4.0 solution roadmap. I'm not going to go too much detail into this, but one of the things that our solution needs to do is create customer value. And what customers really care about, of course, is going to be efficiency, quality, and of course, cost. And safety is also another thing. Safety in terms of the future in smart manufacturing is going to be how do we protect our data as we move forward. And so there are three key elements in the smart manufacturing that YCN really cares about. Of course, the first thing is going to be automation. Second, smart machinery. Third, lastly, smart management. So how do we utilize these three key elements, provide solutions in these three elements to help customers create value? So, and customers are going to be, of course, as mentioned, labor shortages. How can we utilize the data that we acquire to make quality decisions? And of course, the most important decision is going to be how do we make sure that our investment return is going to be as effective as it ever will be. So the first element, smart automation. So this is something that we have to think about. As mentioned earlier, one of the challenges that the customer is going to be facing is a shorter product life cycle. At the same time, this is going to be in small batch sizes. So how can we provide automation, smart automation, where even small batch production can be made as well? And so you can see YCM has been spending a lot of time not only in the full line productions. We're trying to find solutions where SMEs can afford as well. So these are what we call flexible manufacturing machining cells, manufacturing cells. They're easy for customers to implement. It's not too costly, and the ability to transfer from machine to machine is something that customers are looking for. So one thing we also think about is, well, what about their processes? Can we help them provide digital solutions to manage from basic module process design, production scheduling to the production monitoring? So these are things that we're thinking about, how to have quick line changes, reduce downtimes, wait times. So these are things that we're doing currently in development. So, and the second element, of course, is going to be in smart machinery. And this is where YCM is spending a lot of our time in. And of course, we're machine tool builders. So what are some of the pains that operators are encountering? And this is some of the thing is how can the machine be more interactive, providing more information, providing alerts, by itself. So to understand the machine's current status, how can we manage the machine so it can operate more efficiently? So these are things that we're doing. So one of the things that we want to relate to is, well, smart machinery. Can we look at what automobiles are doing? And can we start to look at data just from, let it be cell phones, let it be iPads, and what are things that we can even start operating from our phones, so then that the machine can respond to you as well when you're remote. So these are things that we're thinking about, and so of course the key element is going to be, well, how do we set up the right sensors to be more self-aware? And based on the data we collect, how do we analyze it properly, and ultimately provide self-adjustment solutions? And these are things that we are doing as well. And of course, the third element is going to be in smart management. Smart management is something that I think the data we collect, then what do we do with it? And sometimes I think a lot of companies are spending a lot of time, well, what do we do with the data that we have? But ultimately, one thing that we want to share with everybody is, how do we build or cultivate a continuous improvement culture? I think based on the data we collect, we got to find ways to make our product better, to make our internal process better. And these are things that I think that company needs to start doing. If we want to start moving towards a digitized world, we have to understand what are our current bottlenecks in our processes, even the products that we present to our customers. So, and I think this is something that we found in the journal, and I think every industry, doesn't matter which industry, I think on a daily basis, a lot of issues that we face are going to be in operational issues, process issues. So these are things that we have to spend more time on if we want to move into a digital world. So for example, Erdo mentioned the digital twin. You know, there's a lot of company that wants to move to the digital twin, but there's a lot of data that needs to be cleansed. You know, how do we move from 2D to 3D drawing? And these are things that I think a lot of companies are spending a lot of efforts on. The fundamentals, I think, if we want to move into the digital world, is becoming excruciatingly important. So I think one thing that I don't know if everybody knows Mr. Ono, he's the founder of TPS. I think he basically has a very famous quote. So everything that we do is going to be from the time we have an order from a customer to when we collect the cash from the customer. So we need to identify processes or non-value added processes or waste and eliminate them and make sure they don't come back. So he basically developed what we call the 7 waste. So based on this, these are some of the challenges that's ahead for us, especially in smart management. So one of the things that people start thinking about is, well, does automation mean smart manufacturing? And based on what we've learned and discussed with customers and experienced with customers, automation doesn't necessarily mean smart manufacturing. And I think one of the things that YCN wants to do is we want to utilize a lot of the TPS knowledge we have built in-house through our internal process manufacturing that we want to share with everybody, especially with our customers. So one of the things that we want to do, of course, is find the right partner in building these smart manufacturing solutions. So one of the key partners we have started doing a lot of work with is Avantech. You know, we should be looking at co-creations. I think Siemens mentioned something about co-creation. This is something that will be very, very different as we move forward in terms of smart manufacturing solutions. We got to find the right ecosystem. We have to find the right partners, and we have to join, I think, the 3 technology, IT, OT, and CT, and to provide the best smart manufacturing solutions for customers. So just give a little concept, I think, in terms of our co-creation vision with Avantech is we want to create the most intuitive user experience, and we want to become a global leader in smart manufacturing connectivity. So the company is called .0, Connecting Excellence. And this is something from the late Steve Jobs. A quote that he famously said is, "You cannot connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backwards. So you have to trust the dots will somehow connect in your future." Of course, the first time you read it, you probably won't understand what he's really talking about, but let me explain. Basically, he wants to say that you can't just, without much data, you can't predict what the future will look like. So you have to utilize your experiences from your past and utilize big data and AI to predict hopefully we can find connectivity in the future. So in simple terms. So basically we want to make sure that we connect the dots, acquire the right information, and help customers create zero downtime, create zero waste in their manufacturing world. So this is something that we've done with WisePass, provide a lot of APPs in the daily manufacturing world. And not only can we have these solutions in edge, also in cloud. So this is something that's very unique at the moment. And the reason for this edge to cloud connectivity, the key is going to be, as mentioned earlier, cloud computing. This is something we have to start doing as soon as possible if we can. The more data we collect, the better solutions we can find. And this is some of the, I think throughout the world we have implemented .0 solutions, close to 12 countries, 130 companies, close to 3,000 units of machines. And these are some of the efficiencies that we have helped companies create. So hopefully if everyone's interested, please contact me directly. It's not a problem, and we could more than willing to provide solutions to our friends in Germany. And thank you very much. And I have a little video to share with everybody and to talk about smart manufacturing. Thank you very much, and thank you for your time. Thank you. Thank you, Patrick.
That's the general manager of YCM. Ladies and gentlemen, moving on, our next speaker is from Highland, Greater China. This is Mr. Andy Wen. Please welcome Andy with our applause. Senior manager of the Industrial Machinery Division from Highland, Greater China.
Hello, everybody. My name is Andy Wen. I'm coming from Taiwan. Yeah? Today, it's my pleasure to share some explanation relating to safety for automatic production equipment for all of you. Firstly, I need to do some calculations. Yeah. The following contents are prepared only for this forum. Detail could be found in original regulation and standards. The copyright of the abstract photo belongs to SAN. Some photo could not be copied due to the copyright. Sorry, yeah. Okay, and I will share some question of the manufacturer during the safety examination. Here are the outlines. Yeah, I prepared 6 topics. They are how to use the correct standards and the regulations, and how to do the risk assessment. Yeah, and the concept of limitation of robot motion, and how to carry out the performance requirement of the safety-related part of the control system, and how to choose the correct safeguarding, and the last one is the safety approval for the integrated manufacturing system. Okay, let's go into the first topic for how to use the correct regulation and standards. So far, yeah, for machinery, there are 3 directives involved. Yeah, firstly, is the machinery directive. It's now updated to be 2006/42 EC, and already superseded the old one, 98/37 and the EC. Yeah, and this directive is valid from 2009. December 29. The second is the EMC directive. It's now updated to be 2014/30 EU, and already superseded 2004/108 EC. Yeah, and valid from 2016 April 20th. For EMC directive, yeah, it applies to all kind of electric products. And the last one is the robotic directive. Yeah, if our product, especially electric product, if its voltage falling in the scope of like AC to be 50 to 1,000 volts, or DC 75 to 1,500 volts, yeah, then this directive should be applied. And now it's updated to be 2014/35 EU, and already superseded the old one to be 2006/95 EC. For standards, so far we have 3 kind of standards. It's classified to be A type, B type, and the C type. According to the ISO IEC Guide 51, yeah, it's divided into 2 kinds of standards. One is ISO, is related to non-electrical technical fields. The other one is IEC. IEC, we focus on the electric technical fields. And we have 3 kinds of standards. A is the basic standards, like ISO 12100. Yeah, it's only mentioned about the general principle and requirement for the wide range of machinery. Yeah. And the B-type standard is the group safety standards. It's focused on some safety aspects, like for the interlocking device, we will refer to ISO 14199-119. And for the electric parts, we refer to IEC 60204-1. Yeah. And the C-type standard is the special standard for the special purpose of machinery. Yeah, like the robot we use the C-type standard for ISO 10218-1, and for system we will use the -2, yeah, etc. Okay. Here we can see a production line with a robot inside. Yeah. So if we want to evaluate this production line safety, yeah, we need to refer to the standard related to robot. It's ISO 10218-1. And if there's robot system, then the -2 should also be referred. Because it's people was involved into the production line, yeah, then it's become a collaborative work. Then the standard with the ISO TS 15066 for collaborative robots should also refer, yeah. And because this is a production line, yeah, so for the safety of the integrated manufacturing system, we call so-called IMS, the standard ISO 1161, yeah, should also be considered. And if other machine was also involved into the production, like some laser process machine, yeah, then its C-type standard should also refer, yeah, or arc weld machine or some grinding machine, yeah, etc. From this page, we can see there's a lot of standards. Yeah, it's recommended from the robot system standards. We can see. Firstly, we need to consider about the general standards. ISO 12100 is for general safety concept. Yeah. Then we should consider about the standard group of the guards. And if the guards has some if the guards has some interlock function, then we should also consider about its safety distance. Yeah. And also, yeah, the functional safety for the interlock control system. And if the safety protective device, yeah, was used, then we also consider about the safety distance and also the functional safety for such kind of safety device. The last one is the ISTAP standards. Yeah, we so-called ISO 13850. Okay. Then we go to the next topic is the risk assessment. Okay. This is the responsibility for the manufacturer. Yeah. So it's not the responsibility for the TIC. So, but normally the customer has some problem about how to do it because they have no concept about it. Okay. So if we want to do the risk assessment, we need to refer to the standard ISO 12100. Okay. You can see the left side, yeah. We need to do it, and if the control system has some software, yeah, then we should also consider about the standard about ISO 13849-1. This one we will focus on the further topic in the fourth items. And that's the problem about how to do the risk assessment. They have some conflict about the cost and the safety. You can see the picture on the right side. Yeah, this is unsafe side. This is safe side, and the green curve is the cost. If you want to reduce the cost, then it become more unsafe. But if you want to do some special measure to reduce risk, then the cost may become high. So that's important, yeah. How to do the compromise, yeah. So we can see, this is a vertical line is the so-called acceptance level of risk, yeah. So it's the kind of R, yeah. How can we reduce cost and make safer, yeah? And it's very important for the manufacturer how to do the evaluation. Okay. Here we can see how to start the risk assessment. In the beginning, we need to determine the limit of the machinery. Yeah, how to use the machine, and the time how to use the machine. You can refer to clause 5.3, yeah, of the standard ISO 12100. And after that, we need to step into the next step is hazard identification. We need to identify the life cycle of the machine, yeah? The operation, the maintenance, the disposal, yeah. During this life cycle, we need to identify any kind of hazard involved. For this one, you can refer to clause 5.4 and the NSP of the standards. Yeah. After that, we need to do the step of risk estimation. For this one, you can refer to clause 5.5 of the standards. This means, you need to know the factor, the reason, yeah, why this risk was happen. Yeah. And the above mentioned three steps is a so-called risk analysis. After that, we need to do the risk evaluation. Evaluation means, you need to evaluate the risk is high, middle, or low. If the risk is high, yeah, then you need to do some measure for reduce the risk. Yeah, like maybe to add some safeguarding, some warning sign, some safety sensitive equipment to reduce the risk. And if the risk is low and reduced, then if there is still some residual voltage, you need to add some information to warning the user. Then you can put into the documentation. Then the machine become more safer. But if you take some measures, the machine is still not safe, yeah? Then you need to back to the original to do the reassessment. Yeah, this is the logical of the risk assessment. Okay. Then the next topic is how to do the limitation of the robot motion. As we know that robot, its power is very big and the speed is very quick. So sometimes such kind of motion will cause a very serious injury to the operator or other people involved. So we need to consider it very much. Yeah. Here we can see the picture on the left side. Yeah, this is operation area. Normally, there's a safety guarding. We say safeguard space. The standard will stand outside the safeguarded space to prevent approach the danger zones. And but if you have some special purpose, you need to go inside to the safeguarded space, like you need to teach the robot. Then there should some space need to be restricted with so-called restricted space. So you go into the restricted space, then the speed may be reduced, or the motion should be limited. Yeah. Okay. How to limit the motion of the robot? Okay. There are two kinds of limit device recommended in the standards. One is the mechanical limit device. It is by physical limitation device, like a mechanical stopper. Yeah. The other one is the non-mechanical limit device. It is through control system. For example, like the functional safety controller. Yeah. How to limit it? Okay. We can use the stopper, yeah, to limit the motion of the robot arm. Yeah. In the standard, it's required the first X, the second X, the third S should be at the limited device. Yeah. So here you can see we can use the stopper, yeah, to limit the robot arm to prevent over its movement. And here we can see we can use the non-mechanical living device, yeah, to be here, yeah, to prevent the robot arm over travel. If the robot arm touch the non-mechanical living device, yeah, it will be reduced and stopped. We will not hit the physical safety guarding. Here is the example for the limit device for the X limit. Yeah, normally we use the stopper, yeah, to do the limit But the problem is, okay, the robot manufacturer has do this one. And if the robot manufacturer do not provide such stopper, yeah, then he should mention in the user manual how to install it. Then the final system integrator, yeah, know how to do the final installation of the stopper. And important is that the stopper should be adjustable. Normally, it will be ignored by the manufacturer or the system integrator. Okay, this is an example for the use the software to limit the movement of the X. Yeah, we can see the break one. This is normal operation area. If the robot arm over the normal operation area, then to the restrict area, then its speed should be reduced or limited. Yeah, and the white area is be a safety area. Okay. Then the next topic is how to do the performance requirement of the safety related part of the control system. This is a very difficult part for the manufacturer because they have no idea about how to do it. Yeah. According to the standard, yeah, there's two parts. Okay. The control system, the PL should be D with category 3 construction, or they should be CO2 with a hardware fault tolerance 1 with approved test interval of not less than 20 years as described in the standard IEC 621.061. Yeah? So far, because the technology is progressed so much, so we can use the software into the control system. So it must be very careful. In the photovoltaic, it's not allowed. Here is the example for the categories, structure, yeah? It means, we need to have redundancy, yeah, and cross monitoring. But for so far, it's not safe enough because they are not a functional safety approved component. So if you want to reach the category, PLD, yeah, then you should use the functional safety, parts like input, the laser scanner, like curtain, yeah, and the output should be used the functional safety component like a driver. And the logic unit should also be a functional safety. Yeah. Okay, then you can see this is the example for the robot control system. We will check, yeah. Normally they use the functional safety component, yeah, for all the control circuit. Then you can fulfill the requirement of the safety concept. Okay, the fifth topic is the safety guardian, yeah. Okay. If you want to use the, you can see that this is the guardian for the automation production line. If the fixed guard or movable guard was used, then you can refer to the standard ISO 14121. And if there's some opening on the guardian, yeah, then it's easy to approach to the danger point to the opening of the guardian. Then another standard, we so-called ISO 13857, yeah. For major safety should be also considered. And if you use the sensitive protective equipment for the safety measures, then these two standards should also be considered. And you can see here, yeah, if you step in the green area, it's safe, yeah. The machine can for full speed run, yeah. But you step through the yellow area, yeah, then it should be restricted for the speed or motion. And if going to the red area, then the machine should stop totally, yeah, for safety stop. And if you use the protective device with 3 functions, then you need to calculate the safety distance according to the standard we so-called ISO 13855, yeah. You need to measure the total stopping time and make the equation to calculate the safety distance, yeah. Then the final system integrator know how to do the installation of the safety distance device. And the last item is for the concept of safety of integrated manufacturing system. Normally, the robot system was used in the system, then it should be its own stop device. And the safety related control interface between the IMS and the robot system should be fulfill the same PLO requirement. And if you have different maintenance area, yeah, then you should fit it with the local control device to control local paths to prevent you go into the whole system, then whole system will stop, yeah, to waste of time. And if e-stop was used, then you should identify the e-stop was controlled which area. It should identify in the vicinity of the e-stop and also in the user manual. And such kind of key operated e-stop device should be prevented because it will prevent approach. And this one also be prevented, but if some special purpose, you can use this type of device to test it. And if some power source were used, then you can refer to the hydraulic standards or the pneumatic system standards. And we should also fit the isolating device for the whole system. The last one is the warning sign, because the robot manufacturer will fit the warning sign on the robot, but finally the system integrator will ignore it. So the system integrator need to fit the proper warning sign on the system. And the warning sign should be very visible for the operator, and the pictogram will be preferred. Okay, that's all my presentation. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so very much. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Andy Wen, Senior Manager of Industrial Machinery Division, TÜV Rheinland, Greater China. Ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up our two keynote speech for the topic of systems integration, maximizing value. Now moving on to our next keynote topic, this is smart manufacturing, technology trends, and application. Again, first, our Taiwan speaker, this is Mr. Bushie from Chunpower Machinery, Chairman Mr. Bushie. Our signing representative. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. This is Chunpower coming. This is Chunpower Bush coming from the Taiwan, Taichung. Okay, I will introduce the Chunpower in the smart manufacture and the smart machine. What we're doing. Okay, first of all, I will introduce about Chunpower. Chunpower machinery we found established in the 1981. The founder is Mr. William Yang. Our headquarters is located in the Wuzhi, Taichung. We have 5 factories, 3 located in Taiwan, 2 located in China. In China headquarters it is in Wuzhi. The second one is located in the Taichung Precision Park. The third one is in the Chaotun, Nantou. 2 factories in China, one located in the Putian, Fujian. The second one is Zhejiang, Jiaxing. Of course, we do a lot of service and sell a lot of machines in China. So you can see we have a lot of sales branch located in China, from the north to the south, go to the east. Okay, Chunpower, we have 4 divisions. One is packaging blow molding machine and mold. The second one, we building a lot of CNC accessory tools. This is our oldest product. The third one is eco-friendly packaging. We building a lot of PLA material. It is a biodegradable material for the packaging. The fourth one is smart agriculture. We are doing in recently. Okay, now we go to the PET blow molding machine divisions. We doing the PET blow molding machine, preform mold, bottle mold, and some production line and the turnkey system. Of course, when we offer the customer the turnkey system, it's most of its smart factory exporting. we have a lot of certificates, like a CE certificate, ISO certificate. Also, we got Taiwan Excellent. Until now, we about holding about 168 patents. Okay, this machine, the output is 2,250 per hour per cavity. This machine not only faster, it is energy efficiency. Of course, it is smart. This machine, we demonstrate it. The 2018 Taipei Plus, we got a Smart Machine Award. Later on, I will show more details what we're doing inside this machine. In Taiwan, just in Taiwan, 80% mineral water bottle, most of them coming from our machine. So you can, everybody you live in Taiwan, when you buy the mineral water from the supermarket, 7-Eleven, Family, Mark, and so on, probably those bottles, it was produced from our machine. Of course, it is not only for mineral water bottle, also for edible oil, cosmetic, pharmaceutical, and so on. This flowchart shows you we convert the customer idea from the concept to the drawing, to the engineering, and the realized bottle. You can see many extremely complicated bottles in here. Have Tokyo Tower, Taipei 101, carton. Anyway, it's extremely complicated. Then we convert the customer idea to the realized. We saw a lot of blow molding machines all over the world, especially if we're talking about in Europe. We saw the machine to Nestle, Danone. And in Indonesia, we are Besteri, Myanmar. Anyway, our customer, most of them is top 3 or top 5, the brand all over those country, local country or local city. Okay, now we go to our CNC accessory tools. We building this business since 1981, so until now it's more than 38 years already. From the beginning, we have precision chuck series, tape chuck, tooling chuck system, spindle clamping system, CNC and turning machine precision parts. That's our customer. The camera, this company located in Germany. Of course, many local customers in Taiwan, we offer those parts for them. Okay, now we go to our third and fourth divisions. Eco-friendly packaging and smart farming is smart agriculture, the same, okay? We're doing a lot of PLA food packaging, PET packaging. Of course, some of anti-pandemic product in the recently smart farming. This packaging factory, we not only provide PET packaging, but also PLA within biodegradable. Okay. This is anti-pandemic product we doing recently. Due to the serious COVID-19, we have joined the anti-pandemic industry in a short time. Our product, including the Melbourne line, Melbourne non-woven fabric, and some of sanitizer bottle. sanitizer bottle, it was produced from our existing machine. And the Mel Brown production line, we started design to finish this job. Deliver the machine to customer, we spent about 90 days to finish this job. And our Mel Brown non-woven fabric production line provide up to 1.5 tons a day. 1.5 tons a day Mel Brown fabric. It can produce about 1.5 million masks. Okay, now we go to Chen Power and the back of what we're doing in the smart machine and smart manufacturing in Chen Power. Since 2009, we apply the back off system to our company's machine. After this project, we got very good success and satisfied this system. So we cooperate more machines model together with back off. So since 2011, Chen Power new generation blow molding machine, we call it L series, have already fully applied the back off system. This is 2011. Okay, when we go to the 2018, the PC base of the back off give us many advantage in developing IoT and AIoT technology. Also help Chen Power to build in fully Industry 4.0 production solution that we call Battle Viewer. Battle Viewer. We cooperate with back off, building a lot of function in our blow molding machine, and to get 2018 Taipei Plus Smart Machine Award. Okay, we build in the function such like visualization in the blow molding machine. IPM is an intelligent predictive maintenance. AVM, it's automatic virtual metrology, and maintenance data analysis, smart mode system. This is just a visualization, can understand the machine, the efficiency, the status, and so on. Of course, through this system, we can watch, monitor the company production line situation. This is a visualization Battle Viewer can allow the engineer or the managing system to get more information and the latest status of the machine. Of course, can analyze production data. This is IPM. We put a lot of vibration sensor into the machine. When we put the sensor into the machine, we analyze our record in our company, which one the system caused malfunction before. So we analyze the machines first to decide which parts we need to do this. So we put some vibration sensor to the molding system first. After we put the molding system, after we put the vibration sensor into our molding system, before use the IPM, when the failure of the mold system occurred, it took at least 8 hours to stop the line. As you can see, it is not only a machine shutdown, it is a line shutdown. So it's extremely difficult for us because the customer challenge our after service is urgent, short time. Okay, so we can through this IPM, early warning and replacing components to reduce the downtime about 75% of the downtime. Okay, it is another function we call the AVM, automatic virtual metrology. As you know, the blow molding machine linked with a feeder, labeling, packaging. So whole the machine, we are working together. When the first station blow molding machine produce not good enough bottle for the downstream, all the production line will face a lot of problem. And of course, will damage the company line. So the customer require us, there are any function or method can detect the bottle's quality when we produce those bottles. Of course, some case we put some inspection system behind of our machine. But as you know, their inspection system, inspection machine is quite expensive. So we're looking for another solution can achieve the same function and more easily. So we put this AVM, we put some sensor to detect the bottle thickness and analyze those bottle work thickness to do some calculation and to know the bottle is good bottle or the not good enough bottle. Okay, this is a maintenance data analysis. Every time our engineer go to the customer factory to maintain a machine, they have to sign some report or the document, both are mutual, our engineer and the customer. According to those records, we can analyze to know which point we can improve it. Okay, smart mold. Smart mold system through the RFID on the mold. When the mold is installed on the machine will download the production parameter from the cloud. No need for manual input by the engineer. The engineer can also undergoing product optimization through data collection and provide the parameter update in the next production. Based on those functions, we got Smart Machine Award during the 2018 Taipei Plus. Okay, the future prospect. Here is a circular economic industry maker. We have been working hard on the circular economic since we are located in the plastic-related industry. We make our machine more energy efficient, smarter, reduce raw material use, and more environmental friendly. We also try to link sales data to make production more efficiency. We position ourselves as an industry maker who put circular economy into practice and work hard for the substance development of the earth. Thank you. This is my presentation. Thank you. Thank you, Alison.
Thank you very much for your wonderful presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, now moving on for the same topic, Smart Manufacturing Technology Trends and Applications, our German speaker, Mr. Felix Wong from Beckhoff Automation, Managing Director of Beckhoff. Please welcome with our applause. Another signing representative from today.
Okay, thank you very much for the introduction. Good afternoon, everyone, friends from the media, and as well as all who are watching the live streaming. So I'm Felix from Beckhoff, Taiwan. Okay, so I'm really glad to be here to share with you about Beckhoff, about our technology, and about our cooperation with Chunpower. So let me spend some time to talk a little bit first about Beckhoff. Beckhoff is a company that is founded 40 years ago, and our head office in Vail, Germany. Currently, we have about 4,300 employees worldwide, and out of the 4,300, 40% of our employees are engineers. This shows that we are a company who strongly emphasize on technology. And also, we are present in 75 countries, and as of last year, our turnover was about 900 million euro, which means that our average growth over the last 19 years is about 15%. And the four main products of Beckhoff, including IPC and also embedded PC, and also the next product that we have is EtherCAT I/O terminals, including digital and analog terminals, as well as the communication interfaces. And also we have the automation software, including like CNC control, HMI, PLC, motion control. And last but not least, we are also a motion company where we also have our own servo drive motors and also XTS, the latest transportation system based on magnetic levitation technology. And Beckhoff is well known to be a PC-based control expert. For the benefit of those who do not know about PC-based terminology, let me explain. In a conventional PLC system, usually we'll need a couple of devices to complete a full system. You probably need a separate HMI, a PLC, and motion control card. And in today's machines, you need a like vision PC, including also like IoT, you need data collector. But for Beckhoff PC controller, we only need one IPC and one control software, and you are able to encompass all of these functionalities into one platform. So this will give us what kind of benefits? Firstly, we save a lot of standalone devices and also a lot of additional wirings. And secondly, the handshaking time between the modules are much shorter. That reflects eventually on the productivity of the machine. And also our RTOS technology, we are able to partition our multi-core CPU manually into different task operation. For example, if we have a 4-core CPU, we are able to use one core for Windows operating system. We are able to use the second core for PLC, the third core for NC, and the last core maybe for C++ and safety. In this case, our data processing optimization will be much better. And also, we know that sometimes Windows operating system can be pretty unstable. And if we are able to limit the operating system in one core, actually the problems happens in Windows operating system does not affect our machines. And also we have one of the fastest cycle time in our PLC clock, which is as fast as 50 microseconds. And also coupled with our XFC oversampling module, we are able to complete 1,000 I/O points within 30 microseconds, which is probably one of the fastest in the industry. And I want to take this opportunity to share with you how our long-term customer, Husky, who is one of the leading plastic machine builder from Canada, benefited from Beckhoff technology. The picture you can see is a pad blowing machine, pretty similar to what Chunpower is building. So before using Beckhoff technology, Husky, they were encountering some instability in terms of the pressure control, which you can see from the green line. And after adopting Beckhoff technology, you can see that the pressure control curve has been more or less close to a straight line, which is very close to the preset line, which is the blue line. So through this increased instability of the pressure control, we are actually able to make the wall thickness of the PET bottle very thin. In that case, we are able to save a lot of raw materials. So we actually help this customer to save the raw material as much as 180,000 US dollars per year, which is equivalent to about 5 million NT per year by just changing a controller. So on top of high speed and precision of back-off controller, we are also well known to be very open, which means that we are able to integrate with a lot of different communication protocols, including Profinet, CC-Link, or Ethernet IP, Modbus, or whatsoever. So we are able to, integrate all kinds of existing machineries in the factory without having to replace or to use a lot of interface cards to integrate them. And also, back-off controller, we are able to use high-level programming language, including MATLAB Simulink and C++, to be integrated in our programming platform together with our PLC. So that will help us to complete a lot of very complex processes where sometimes a normal PLC is not able to do it. And we have also a lot of built-in tools, like the one that you see from the screen is actually a software oscilloscope. With this oscilloscope, we are able to actually monitor the performance of our machine, and we are able to troubleshoot and optimize our machine to make it run better. And we are also Industry 4.0 ready, like what Xie Dong has just mentioned from Chunpower, that we are able to push all our data from the machine to cloud. And also, for example, like our HMI, we are using HTML5 to design our HMI, which means that by using one design, we are able to replicate to different environments, including mobile phone and tablets. So in that case, we don't have to have different user interface design for every single devices or environment. And also, we have this preventive maintenance features. We are able to view the status of our CPU loading temperature, our motherboard temperature. At the same time, we are also able to monitor our individual I/O points. So from the website, we are able to know which I/O is experiencing under voltage, over voltage, or is lost. And our design of the products is always towards compactness, space saving, and cable saving. And last but not least, most of you probably have known, 90% of our products are still made in Germany, even though we know that there are other places we could have made cheaper. But we want to deliver the best quality products to our customers. Therefore, Back-off has been represented in smart manufacturing and has been used in a lot of applications, including packaging, plastic, printing, renewable energy, smart building, semiconductor, electronics equipment, and food industry, and so on. So I would like to spend a bit of time sharing our cooperation with Chunpower. So like Mr. Xie has mentioned just now, our product has been used in their high-end L-series full electric blow molding machines. So this machine can go up to a maximum capacity of 20 liter and output of up to 24,000 BPH and a cavity up to 14. And in this machine, the full range of Back-off products have been used, which including our embedded PC, our EtherCAT I/O terminals, including digital analog I/Os, and also our motion product, including our servo drive and motors. And lastly is our TwinCAT software, including TwinCAT PLC motion control and our scope view. So these are the benefits that we have achieved with Chunpower using Back-off controller. That includes the increase in heating efficiency, the achieve of high precision between the blowing and molding, and also the productivity of the machine has been increased drastically. And lastly is the power consumption of the machine has been reduced drastically. So I do not want to end my presentation without showing you about our star product called XTS Transport System. This is a system based on magnetic levitation concept, and we launched in 2015, and currently we have already more than thousands of applications worldwide. So to save my breath, let us take a look at this video. This is a cooperation with L'Oreal Cosmetic Products. XTS is being used in their production line to save the manpower, the space, and increase the productivity. This is another filling and sealing application. So XTS has been used vastly in packaging, in filling and sealing application. You can see that every mover of XTS is able to be controlled independently up to a speed of 4 meters per second to a precision of 10 micrometer. And this is also a pretty interesting application where we use 2 XTS movers as a robot gripper to grip the objects. And in this machine, we are able to erect 200 FMCG bottles within a minute. This cannot be possible with few manpower. And also in a biscuit factory in Netherlands, we use XTS movers to actually group the number of biscuits and also have a fixed spacing between the different groups. And this is a fully automated optical inspection line where XTS is being used together with external robotic arms to do inspection, sorting, picking, as well as laser marking. And 1 year ago, we actually moved forward to develop another magnetic-based product called X-Planner. X-Planner even takes this product even to the next level because it doesn't require a guide rail at all. It is freely floating on the space, and the precision and the speed is equivalent to XTS. Let us take a look at this video.
The X-Planar system is revolutionizing product transport in production plants and machines. We are pleased that we are able to show the X-Planar system working in industrially suited applications at this trade show. Here we can demonstrate the freedom of two-dimensional movement. You can see how flexible the movers can travel and how they can give customers new degrees of freedom in this way. We can, for example, have an adhesive bead applied to a mover so that the customer would save considerable effort on their side. The customer systems can become simpler because X-Planar can now take over some of the tasks. The smooth, easy-to-clean surfaces represent a major benefit in the food and pharma industries. Several customers are already using the X-Planar. Within this short period of time, one customer even succeeded in completing an exhibit for a trade show.
Thank you very much for your time and attention, and I hope you have some takeaway from my sharing. Have a great day.
Thank you very much, Mr. Felix Wong, Managing Director of Beckhoff Automation. Ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up our presentation for the 3 topics. We have 6 speakers now for the panel discussion. Ladies and gentlemen, the topic of our panel discussion would be about the road to recovery after the pandemic of COVID-19 and hopefully after the ongoing US-China trade war. The road to recovery. What are the changes to the supply chain? And what are our future business opportunities together, Germany and Taiwan? Ladies and gentlemen, I would now like to turn over the stage to our two moderators, Dr. Zhuang and Mr. Axel Lindberg. Please, the floor are yours.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Together with my co-moderator, Dr. Zhuang, we'd like to welcome you for the panel discussion, and I'd like to welcome also in particular and very special our speakers and panelists today. Firstly, Dr. Wu from ITRI, Mr. Tino Hildebrand from Siemens, Director General General Manager Digital Industries here in Taiwan, Patrick Chen from Yongqing, Mr. Wen from TÜV Rheinland, Mr. Xie from Chung Power, and last but not least, Alex Ong from Beckhoff just made his presentation. I think we are living and working in challenging times. We are seeing enlarging trade wars. The trade war between China and US is only an example. We see the risks that the major economies are starting on decoupling, and in addition, we are faced with the COVID-19 pandemic with an, let's say, uncertain end. So these are only some examples where the industry is challenged by. I'm really looking forward to today's discussion, how to recover, how to take up speed again, and I would say in any crisis there is also a chance. So, Mr. Zhuang, I'd like to hand over to you.
Dankeschön, Herr Lindberg. That's all in German. Thank you very much. But NASA 2000, they started digital twin. But today, I'm a little bit disappointed that Taiwan hasn't really caught up that much. And I think we need to work harder to catch up with Germany. And I hope that you would all agree with me that we are talking about a new revolutionary tool where you can combine cybernetics with real phenomena so that we have these digital twins to work for improvement. And I have been hoping that our government would move faster, but I'm a little bit surprised that today I just found out that government promoted this very recently, that we have to do. So a little bit disappointed that he next year. I hope that German colleagues of industry can move faster, and I think Taiwan is very competitive if we focus on some subject. So I think that today is a good example. Together, we should be able to, and I hope that we know us can move with the COVID-19. So, and help us having move to be Asian countries. So maybe we can work together to help them also. how do we start? You can go ahead.
Yeah, I think let's start with the panel. I think Mr. Zhuang has mentioned movement is a way we have to, let's say, initiate, and he spoke also about disappointment. I don't want to speak about disappointment. I think the Taiwanese government set up the 5+2 initiatives, for example, to promote the industrial change here in Taiwan and the movement. Now coming a little bit to the wish season, I would like to ask my panelists, what would be your wish to the government to promote and to push the industrial development in respect of smart industry here in Taiwan? I'd like to start with Mr. Wen.
For the smart conversion in Taiwan, I think it's very important because for the Taiwan government, I think it really support because it is time and encourage and assistance. So the government should become a coordinator to coordinate the team to support many capital and manpower to create such kind of smart manufacturing technology. And also, I think the talent pool is also very important. So I think the university has the responsibility to train the student to be able to be trained to take the job for the smart manufacturing technology. And also, the manufacturer should also be able and can have a mind to accept the international standards and the new high technology from outside. Yeah, it's my point of view. Okay.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Wen. I think the role of the state as, let's say, a trainer of the industry, very interesting and I think might be promising. Mr. Chen, what is your opinion from your company's perspective?
Thank you. I think if the government were to support, I think the key is going to reflect on Mr. Zhuang's point is to create the urgency. I think the urgency needs to be there for the manufacturing in Taiwan to realize the benefits of digitization, the benefits of digital twin. And I think a lot of companies in Taiwan are facing transitioning from the first generation to the second generation. So the acceptance of technology at this point in time for these family business is creating, I don't want to say a deadlock, but there requires to be more communication on how to transition to the digital world. And I think the government, of course, I think as I also reflect on Mr. Wen's point is maybe create a task force, creating a task force from different fields to push the digital twin, digitalization to be more of an urgent matter versus just to provide subsidies for companies, but we don't see actual results at the end of the effects from these digitalization. So maybe the task force as well as how to have more frequent communications to companies, especially the family style business, transitioning from first to second generation. So my 2 points. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chen. A very detailed and precise description of your wishes and intention, changing to an international conglomerate to Siemens. Tino, you as a representative of Siemens here in Taiwan for the smart machinery part, what is your view on this topic? How can the government be more supportive?
First of all, I would like to start with 2 comments, basically. Number one, I would like to give a compliment to all the Taiwanese machinery companies, because what we have seen, despite challenging situations all in, the time was used to continue. The time was used nicely to develop, implement, reach a good level of digitalization and smart machinery in the meanwhile. I mean, we have seen a couple of examples like YCM, like Jean-Paul today, but there are more to name where we see in Taiwan great examples of how benefit was made out of smart machinery. And the second compliment goes to the government, because here we see a continuous focus on these topics. This is the 5th forum we have, and there is a strong support from government. If there would not be a support and a focus since 5 years, we would not be here. So since 5 years or even longer, the government is doing things. And this allows us also to team up nicely, and we have growth and great collaborations between the German companies, the Taiwanese companies, and we are bringing topics in. If there is a wish I have is this has to be continued, not to be reduced, and one wish I'm placing since a couple of years already is to not jumping too fast from one to the other focus topic within the scope of digitalization, smart manufacturing. If I recall last year, everyone was asking, what about 5G? It was definitely not a big topic today because we all know technology still needs a little bit to arrive in the industry. And here my wish would be to stay a bit stable and get things first done and then move to the next thing. And I'm sure here we will make the right progress at the right time.
Thank you very much, Tino. Mr. Wu, from ITRI's perspective, as a, let's say, research institution, what is your, let's say, recommendation, wish, and expectation vis-a-vis the government here in Taiwan?
Well, I'm sorry I did not present a very good presentation so that everybody think the government is doing nothing. But actually, this is what, because just like, thanks for Tino. He explained a little bit, okay? This is the 5th time, okay? So actually, we start 4.0 program about 4 to 5 years ago. And the Siemens has been a close partner with us. So government is doing a lot of things. What I talk about today is our next step. Because when we first start the program, all the question from industry is that we don't have machine connected. We don't have data. So how do we go to cloud? So in the past few years, what we are doing is we try to connect machines. So a lot of program, I think we have to thank IDB and the executive yuan that they push out the smart machine box program. I think all of you know that there are thousands of companies already use the box to connect their machines. Once they have connection, then we can go to cloud. If there is no connection, we establish a cloud, that cloud will be empty. So I'm sorry, I did not explain what we have done in the past. So I directly jump to what we are doing next. I saw that the forum is, we talk about the next, right? Okay. So maybe later on, if there are some other topics that I can explain more, but I'm the same that the government should keep continuing support the effort, just like the foreign. We should have year and year talk about what we are doing, what we've been doing, and what we need to do in the future. I think that's very important. But lastly, the government has done a lot, and ITRI and some other research institutes also pitch in a lot of effort. I'm sorry that I did not have a very good explanation of what we are doing in the past. Sorry.
Thank you very much. I think it's a quite smart explanation that, let's say, ITRI as a research institution should be always a little bit in advance of, let's say, the industrial development, and maybe our fault that we have not reviewed and really recognized what has happened here, and that's the reason why we are here where we are. So moving back to the industry, Felix, what is Beckhoff's position here?
Hello. Well, is it? Okay. Okay. So basically, I kind of agree that the government has done quite a lot, especially the 5+2 initiative. And in fact, our team has been working quite a lot with ITRI and also with PMC. And I think just now, Mr. Hu mentioned about the SMB and stuff. I think the government on this step by collecting the big data is pretty good. But for Beckhoff, we are more towards improving the performance of the machine. I think probably this will be the second step. So how to make the machine from 100 ppm to 200 ppm? You know, I mean, the big data is good. I mean, to have all this data for preventive maintenance, for all this stuff is good. But we can do more. I would say probably the 2.0 of the 5+2. Beckhoff will be able to, you know, to introduce the really the advanced technology from Germany to help the Taiwanese machines to raise the level of competitiveness. Just imagine a same machine from Germany can be sold at a price of maybe 20 million, or a comparable Taiwanese machine can only be sold at 5 million. So that's the main difference between, the difference between the technology. So it's not just the big data, but also the performance of the machine is important. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Felix, for this comment. That's really a team and a partnership between German and Taiwanese companies would create an added value for all partners. Last but not least, Mr. Xie, you have the chance for the final words, for the final wish list.
For this topic. Hello. Wait. Hello. For this topic, we can share our experience for Chuan Power, what we're doing. Actually, the education system linkage to industry, especially in a company, it is very, very important. We got some support from a government budget to training the student when you study in a university. We issue some subject. It is very, very tiny subject. For example, we're doing when we try to put the sensor into our machine, which position we need to do it. The senior engineer, they collect past 3 years or 5 years document, such like this high. Then we analysis to choose 1 or 2 points to do it. But as you know, when we go into the next subject or next topic, we want to do it. It cannot do in the same things as before. We have to convert to the apply the IT system, OT system, and so on, especially the CT. So if you have such kind of idea, you have to put this idea to your company's smart machine or smart manufacturing. But who will to do this? The engineer existing in our company, of course, we know to do it. But fresh person come to our company, we have to training, spend another 1 or 2 years. Then he just can understand it, what we're talking about, what we are doing for the next step. So spend a lot of time. Back to the experience before, we have to go future to training the student in the study in the university. Especially, they have a different kind of skill. They can talk from now, not come to the company. You talk to me, sorry, I don't understand because I don't focus this subject before when I study in the university. So my personal opinion is education have to link the industry, especially the company who are doing industry 4.0. They have, those companies have to have issue tiny subject to the university for the student to training from now. This is my personal opinion.
I would like to raise 2 questions. One is to Siemens. In past 10 years, you spent 10 billion euros to acquire some software companies, but your revenue was only 5 billion. Is it a good deal, or is it a failure, or is it, what do you think? It's not profit, it's just the revenue, it's only 5 billion.
It's a question I can't answer from a financial perspective, but I can tell you that from a technology perspective, it is more than a good deal. Siemens, in the meanwhile, is among the top 10 global software companies, and in the industrial software companies, we are leading. We are the #1 industrial software company. And we did this acquisitions, and not only acquisition, also developing domain know-how with one key objective, is to support our customers in their digital transformation. And what we can offer today to our customers is an end-to-end solution, from a product design to a production design, a production engineering, and even the operations of the manufacturing, and later on also the collecting of the performance data of a product in a closed loop, what we call a continuous optimization process. And we are so far, and I'm sure for a long time, the only company who has this complete offer to our customers. And there are large customers around the world making use of that, and there are also smaller companies making use of particular elements, or even on a smaller scale on the complete one. So from a company to customer perspective, it is a good deal, and I'm sure Siemens would not have made this if it would be the same from a financial perspective.
Thank you. I think that it would not be possible for a Taiwanese company to afford that. But anyway, we appreciate and we hope Taiwanese company someday will be able to do that. And the second question I want to raise is about Power, about your receiving the award from competition. And you mentioned about virtual methodology. I think that is the only subject that Taiwanese is up to the world level. And I want to know, do you find that is very useful? Or does it help you to sell more systems?
We finish this function. Takes about 2 years. Of course, this function can save some investment for customer. As I introduced the customer existing system, they put the inspection system, complete inspection system. We can use the AVM system to instead of the existing inspection system, but the AVM system, the confidence only 97 to 98%. Of course, the cost is less than the realized inspection system, but the customer, they really need is 100%. 100%. They don't allow any defective part to go the downstream. So we show this technology to customer. Okay, customer respect this technology very well. They help us to acquire. They help us to acquire the order. The order, acquire this order, but it is not including AVM system. It's like I mentioned, for the smart machine, there are many different kinds of functions included in it. They have a fundamental, the IT system, visualization, IPM. Of course, we have some maintenance cost record convert to the IT system and so on. Probably they don't effort the AVM system, but they buy this smart machine, another complete component. Now, we don't offer realized and the confidence AVM system to customer, but it is a future. One day, we can offer 99.9% confidence the system to customer. Of course, we're going, and it's very easy to do it because the fundamental is ready. If we don't do this step, then we just jump in AVM system. I don't think so. It can available. That's my opinion for you. Thank you.
Thank you. That the company I'm affiliated with, they introduced the AVM systems and their machining of automobile wheels. And since the introduction, plus maybe the cloud service, so they are getting information from Thailand, from Turkey, and I think now Mexico. And so they have increased their sales tremendously. So I think that something like that could be very useful. And I just want to know, Germany has a system of automatic inspection of something like a bottle blowing, dimensional or wall thickness measurement automatically. Can you, or Siemens knows?
Technology for machines, same as Beckhoff is doing with jump power. We have the necessary sensors and technology to make all kind of measurings, inspections in line, and realize this nowadays connected to cloud, to our mind sphere, where we are also utilizing AI technology in order to further optimize this. Yes, we have it.
Thank you. Go ahead.
So thank you very much. Dr. Hu, you emphasize the blick to our view to the future and not to the past. And I would say smart manufacturing has become more and more common in the whole world. It helps not only, let's say, to improving the efficiency and increasing the productivity. The most important part is really that we are faster to adapt the changing demands from our customer. And if I take ITRI as a world-leading technology R&D institution, you let's say have developed a lot of precious and practical experience in helping local companies transforming them to smart machinery and manufacturing. So coming to my question, what are the major challenges for Taiwan's industrial sectors facing the new trend of manufacturing, and how the cooperation between Germany and Taiwan and its industries and authorities can intensify that Taiwan can march forward to an advanced manufacturing hub worldwide and to defend and enlarge its current position here?
Thank you, Lindbergh. This is a very, very big question, and it has been center of our R&D strategy. Okay, so I think recently the COVID-19 pandemic, you can view this as a disaster or something not good, but from us, at least from my viewpoint, is that it's a time for many industries to think about if they really have to embrace the ICT technology. Okay, meaning if you don't really invest, next time when there is a similar pandemic, then you'll be hurt even worse. Okay, so so from this pandemic, we found several things. One is that company can make product, but they cannot ship out due to the disruption in transportation. Okay, the second one is they try to make something, but they found out that their supply of components cannot arrive because of disruption of supply chain. Okay, I think this maybe become normal in the future. So in terms of international collaboration, it's very important. Meaning manufacturing may not be able to locate totally in one site. They'll have to distribute the manufacturing around the world in order to minimize the risk. So that creates some direction for, I don't know, maybe I don't have any good idea, but I think this should be the right direction. Okay. Now, in order to do that, you can think ICT technologies will become so important because we are on the different side. How can we work together? We have to through the ICT technology. So I think this is a most important key point for at least Taiwan company to think about. They really have to establish this capability and to link with offshore or international manufacturing community in order to fight against the future pandemic or the continuing pandemic. I don't know how this pandemic will end. Maybe it will not be ended. Okay, so this is my point. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
I just like to know if you are working on, for instance, now we work 5 days a week, but our customers would like to work 7 days a week. And that means that there will be nobody in the plant or production lines during Saturday and Sunday. And I think that's for machine makers, it's our obligation to fulfill. And that's already done in Japan, at least Fanuc is doing that. 7,000 hours per year operation. I don't know whether that would be your target or your objectives. Yes?
It's not my object 7 days a week. Honestly. Help our customers optimizing the production in a way they are requesting that. So we have customers, they are able to produce more within less days by applying advanced technologies. We have just shared this in the presentation of Mr. Elver today by applying IoT technology using AI to analyze the production and find out the best way to optimize. We could increase the productivity by 50% with the very same production system, with the very same production time. So it's not simply to increase the days of production, it's increase the overall efficiency of equipment. This is what we are looking after. If our customers intend to work more than 5 days a week, and we have surely customers like that, we are offering the necessary support. So for instance, our services are not only 7 days a week, they are also 24 hours a day available to support our customers with the right shift models on our side. So any kind of requests or ideas of transition our customers have, we support, but once again, our main objective is to increase productivity by efficiency rather than by working hours.
Is Chung Power, you are offering no workers on Saturdays and Sunday, but the production continues?
It is
Not yet.
It is really serious condition. Of course, some our competitor, they guarantee the machine can run in 7,200 hours a year. Yeah, this is our competitor. But as you know, something is changed. Before, the machine is slow. Per cavity is just 1,500, 1,800. Under this condition, of course, I can promise 7,200 hours a year we can achieve. But the machine is getting high speed, faster. There's some challenge is coming. Really, it's really. So that's the reason why we need to collect more data. We need more information to analyze what's going on for the machine. Those data can help us to improve the machine's performance. For now, the machine I show it, 2,250. That's not the machine. Can run in about 5,600 hours. Compared before, of course, it is the malfunction downtime stream is getting increased a little bit, but we need to collect all such kinds of information to help us to extend the machine's running time, save the downtime stream. That's what we're doing. That's opinion and what we're doing.
That's very good also, actually.
Yeah, I think Mr. Wen from TÜV Rheinland, smart manufacturing requires digitalization and interconnection of machines. We need this to enable the machines to operate in future and to respond in real-time processes. So TÜV Rheinland is a worldwide leading testing center and doing inspections and certifications and acts also as a service provider worldwide. In the trend of smart manufacturing, what is the role of TÜV Rheinland here? And what can TÜV Rheinland help enterprises to accelerate the advancement of smart manufacturing?
Okay, because we are a TIC body, our mission is to protect the operator, the maintenance people, to prevent they have got some injury. So firstly, we need to know, because the technology progress so much, so we need to know, the implication of automation, the IoT, then we need to know the latest, technology, the regulation, the standard, and need to update our test equipment and the knowledge to help our customer, like the manufacturer, how to quickly and efficient to comply with the international regulation and safety law. And as you know that we are international notary body, we have so many subsidiaries in the world. We can use our international approval system to help our customer to ship their machine to be safely to other area in the world, like EU, like North America, like China, etc. And so far we cooperate with the university, college to train them, to get some concept about safety. After they graduate, they go to the enterprise, they have idea to how to make the safety machine, because you know that the smart manufacturing, the speed is quite high, the power is quite huge, and you need efficiency, then the risk will become high. So we must be very careful about the technology and how to make the safety machine to protect the operator. That's my point of view.
Yeah, thank you very much. I think it's very important to highlight and emphasize that smart machinery and smart manufacturing is not all about machinery. There are still, and thank God, human beings involved and active, and we have to take care on, let's say, the involved people and to take care on them. Returning back to the real industry, Mr. Chen, you are representing one of the big Taiwanese and international experienced companies. And based on a strong ICT strength and solid foundation of precision machinery technology, Taiwan's smart machinery industry has established really promising smart manufacturing solutions. And YCM specialized in machine tools, manufacturing, and you have reached a very strong foundation in the field of machinery, and recently YCM has showcased several smart manufacturing solutions. So the question, how can smart manufacturing or YCM can help manufacturers to improve their production efficiency, lower labor costs, and ensure quality assurance and shorten lead time? And what is the chance to introduce YCM's smart manufacturing solutions also to Germany? Because we are also representing Germany to attract more investments from Taiwanese companies.
Yes, definitely. These are really questions that I think all the companies here in Taiwan are working on. How do we provide smart manufacturing solutions to customers, not just in Taiwan, but throughout the world? And I think in terms of smart manufacturing, as mentioned during my presentation earlier, there are a lot of challenges that we face today in the manufacturing world. And one thing is going to be with labor. And I think in terms of labor, is not only the number of laborers decreasing, the number of quality laborers are decreasing as well. As mentioned earlier, through education, we're not getting the right training in universities before they come onto enterprises. So with automation, well, there's bound to be a lot of standardizations, modularizations that companies can start building where they don't need to retrain people. And these are things that, let it be through automation, development of smart machinery technologies, and even smart management, as we mentioned. How do we combine these three elements so then we have to make sure that production cost needs to be controlled, need to find ways to decrease these manufacturing costs, as we're faced with a lot of challenges these days, especially with transportation. And so there's a lot of benefits that if we can standardize our processes through digital transformation, and this is the way that we need to go about. And one of the things that we can benefit as well is if we start to see these data through these visualization tools, we can have better quality decision makings. Maybe we can be alerted of these issues beforehand, before it happens. Sometimes a lot of the things we are alerted with issues at the manufacturing floor is after the fact. But are there indicators or sensors or informations that can be sent out before we reach critical point in our production? So a lot of these things is going to give us better decision making. And I think these are things that I think companies, not just in Taiwan, but throughout the world, we need to think about these things. So as mentioned, we have started to develop a lot of smart manufacturing solutions for our customers throughout the world. And as Taiwan, a lot of our GDPs is through export. 70% is through export. So, and Germany as well as Europe is a very important base for us. 20 to 25% of YCM sales comes from Europe. So how do we find solutions that are easy to implement, as we call plug and produce versus plug and play? Plug and produce, we could easy to implement, easy to use, easy to adjust, and let it be alone in automations. Can we create these flexible automated cells where companies can move from machine to machine to the machines they want to have automations on? And at the same time, these smart, as mentioned earlier, SMBs, where these solutions are easy to implement as well. For us, .0, our solution takes maybe only 5 minutes for it to be plugged onto a machine. So these are things, plug and produce are the second thing that we can do. So these are solutions that we want to start implementing, especially in Germany, our Düsseldorf location. We have a showroom that is helping customers looking at the solutions that we have. Just to explain. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chen. I think also a very important topic that smart machinery means also user-friendliness, that it's easy to implement and easy to realize. So we might continue.
Yes, I would like to maybe make a sales pitch for Dr. Hu. Their southern campus in Kaohsiung, was it? They produce very low-cost sensors. So if Germany needs good sensors, we have good supplier in Taiwan. And actually, smart machine needs sensors. It's the most important thing, you know. From the archaeologist, 500 million years ago, God invented eyesight. Before that, there was, and since then, the species in the world increased 1,000 times. So you can see eyesight. And that's the sense. Because we are not so strong in that part, but maybe semiconductor process. So if you need Germany needs reliable low-cost sensors, please come to Taiwan and ask for him.
Yeah, I think from my position, we are not from the industry, but representing the German industry. I think we are not looking mainly for let's say low costs. I would say the focus is really on high tech for reasonable prices, and that brings me now to Philex. Back of automation, specialized on automation systems, including hardware and software technology. Today, Beckhoff has signed a memorandum of understanding with Chumpower to establish a closer cooperation, cooperative relationship. Chumpower and Beckhoff Automation will work together to bring new and next generation manufacturing solutions to blow molding machine industry here in Taiwan. And I would ask you, with the help of Beckhoff Automation, what is the dominant feature of new generation manufacturing solutions and what benefits can it bring to the blow molding machine users here in Taiwan? So,
thanks for the question. Like what I've presented just now, we are expert in PC-based control. And in fact, in Taiwan, we have seen the gaining in popularity of PC-based control technology since 10 years ago. And we know that this will still be a growing trend whenever AI, IoT, big data, or vision is concerned. Because in such applications, you need to have a PC to process lots of data, to analyze, to using AI to improve the performance of the machines. So as a PC-based control provider, definitely this is our dominant feature because it encompasses a lot of special features. For example, we are able to, like I mentioned in my presentation, we are able to partition the CPU to do different processes. So that will help to optimize the controller to make the machine more efficient and to improve the productivity of the machine. And talking about this smart manufacturing, I want to again highlight the importance of our XTS system because XTS is tailor-made for smart manufacturing because we have seen so many applications worldwide using XTS system. We have reduced the manpower dramatically. Typically, we don't have any manpower anymore by integrating with robotic cooperation and also with inspection, optical inspection, everything in place. The production can be totally, manpower free. So this is definitely the trend because, in light of COVID-19, there are a lot of things that could happen on humans. So if we are able to, get rid of human, I do not like to say that because we all need a job. But, unfortunately, we have to face it that eventually the production, if we rely less and less on manpower, we will be more and more stable, so to speak. So, and also back to blow molding machines, what specialty that we can provide, as also mentioned in my presentation, with such a powerful controller that Beckhoff has, we are able to improve the pressure control of the blow molding, and also we are able to achieve a very high precision between the blowing and the molding process to increase the PPM or the productivity of the blow molding machine. And also, like what Chumpower has mentioned, we are also, working ahead to even go into the Industry 4.0 features by working on the bottle monitor or some bottle view. So because as a PC-based controller, every data are there. So we just need to, connect to the internet, and all the data will be on the cloud. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And I would say it's also important to highlight that automatization helps really to focus our employees to take part, to work on, let's say, higher qualified work, and that we forced and we are used to qualify our employees, that they really take their position in, let's say, the production process. I would say the solution is not an, let's say, manpower-free production because we need our employees to let's say, to support them with working places, and of course it's part of, let's say, our social responsibility as companies to support our employees. But moving now to Chumpower, Mr. Xie. Chumpower is the largest PET blowing molding machine manufacturer in Taiwan and also leading member of the SCP Melt-Blown Alliance, which provides a total solution of melt-blown non-woven fabric manufacturing. Congratulations in this respect to signing the closer partnership to Beckhoff to improve your, let's say, production and to intensify the cooperation with the German company Beckhoff. this is a big step further to provide smart blown molding machines and integral total solutions to your customers. Coming to my questions, according to a report here in Taiwan, around 35% of the Taiwanese companies consider that in the next 5 years they cannot satisfy the continuously change in the demands of their customers. So I would say also you have your customers and you are faced to these, let's say, challenges. So what is Chumpower's strategy to respond to this dilemma and these challenges?
Yes, the company in Taiwan, such like Chumpower, we are the small and medium-sized company. If we want to go to the next 5 or 10 years, the smart machine, ICT technology, and so on, such things is going more and more. So the company have to make a very, very big decision to go to do the next 3 or 5 years. About 4 or 5 years ago, we changed our ERP system. Now we use the German SAP ERP system in our company. As you know, our Chumpower is small and medium-sized company, but we changed to the SAP system for ours. Yes, we make a very, very big decision to go to face the next 3 or 5 years challenge. First, you have to make a very, very big decision to go to change your company. Then, the fundamental is ready. Implement some new technology into the company, different kinds of skill, engineer into the company. Then, the company will become getting strong and strong. So that's why I talk to different kinds of skill engineer come to the company, but they cannot talk because you are the mechanical, you are the electronic, you are the programming. Many topic is too difficult to discussion. So we have to issue tiny subject for the university. Then we start from the beginning, from the university training the student. If we find good quality and work hard during the training, that's we pick up them. Come to our company. That's what we're doing. I hope such kinds of the way can help the Taiwan's companies, the company size, such kind similar with us, can help them. I share our experience for you. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Shi. I think it's a very important topic also to say it's qualification, and also communication within the companies to really bring the power to the ground and to initiate the development. I think now we are finished with, let's say, the more detailed positioning, and what I would say every participant of such a panel expects. He wants to, let's say, see also the view in the glass bowl. So what is the view to the future, looking to Taiwanese machinery industry? What is your view? What are the future trends? And will we see Taiwan turning into an international hub for smart manufacturing? And what is, let's say, added value generated by German-Taiwanese partnerships here in this respect? So Tino, as a representative of a German company.
First of all, I would like to take this question and connect to a few statements brought up earlier. And one topic, when I look into the future, is we need to continue to work in partnerships, and you try to promote some kind of parts making stuff in Taiwan. But I would say it's truly like this. The German companies the Taiwanese companies and many of the local partners in Taiwan have to team up and have to form strong partnerships, because smart manufacturing, digitalization is not only about one discipline. So we are connecting a lot of disciplines, and this needs partnerships. And this is, for example, what we did when we want to develop the IoT ecosystem here in Taiwan with Minds the World, where we brought education, associations, government units, customers, users, and developers together in order to strive to bring up ecosystems. So partnership is for me very important, that this developed in a way which has been started. The second thing is it's about the perception. This also goes what customers and companies have to see. There was a little discussion about laborless production, and I can tell you that in Siemens we are running a couple of factories, many of them in Germany. And one of the factories where I produce our PLCs is currently still called the most digital factory in the world. At this factory, you do not almost see people. This is almost a laborless factory. On the other hand, we have a motor factory, which is one of the most digital factory, and many of you guys have been there with me 2 years ago, where you see 1,000 of people in the factory. Because some factories rely on people, and digitalization is used to make the labor most effective in the factory. So this is also very important to not only seek for this high-end, no people in the factory and all needs to be connected to digital. It's all about efficiency of the output. And there was in one slide a nice statement, it's about lead time. From customer demand to customer delivery, and this is what we have to look after. And with this in mind, I would say Taiwan, in my eyes, is already a smart manufacturing hub. We are doing most of the machines we produce here put into export. They leave Taiwan. They go to customers internationally. So Taiwan is dominating already the smart manufacturing industry when it comes to machinery. I have recently met a German buyer in Taiwan and asked him, why are you buying machines in Taiwan? He said, because of the quality, the competence of the people, the high level of digitalization integrated already. So we are already there, and again, my view into the future is if we continue like this, if we increase the partnerships, if we work closely together with the government, with the partners in Taiwan, we will continue a good success story and stay ahead of the others. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So my question is a little bit outdated. The basis is there. Taiwan has a basis, should be proud of it, and should further develop it. Moving to Dr. Hu, what is your view on the future?
Okay, as I already talked about that we should pay more attention on this pandemic, the influence of this pandemic. But go back to technical side. I think what I observed is that we all make new machines, German, Taiwan, okay? So while we are pushing the performance of the machine, we have to think about the robustness of the machine. Right? You deliver to the company, what the manufacturing side most afraid of is a downtime, right? Okay, so how can we have technology to preventive prediction, okay, and sure the machine is operating even we push the performance. Now this is required. I think this a lot of industrial 4.0 technology here to enable the machine to be very robust and precise. Okay, now I think Taiwan and Germany, we can collaborate in this area because German is at making a machine and pushing the machine performance. But while in Taiwan, I think we already have a lot of practice how to put ICT technology onto machine just like a YCM. Okay. So maybe we should form some type of collaboration to have both sides offer their advantage or their what they are good at, and we can exchange and how can we help both industry to grow. Okay, I think with this partnership, I think Taiwan Germany should be maybe the top one in the world because you leverage both sides and can make a machine that can really perform well and no downtime. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I think a wise, let's say, hint, let's say we should focus on our, let's say, core competencies, and with, let's say, these core competencies in Germany and Taiwan, we would be really able, or we are able, the industry is able to create the added value and to be really the front runner in smart machinery and smart production processes. Mr. Wen, what is the position or your view from, let's say, a certification company, not from the production side?
For the certification view, yeah, for safety, yeah. From my point of view, our government should focus more for the safety, yeah, not always focus on the speed, the efficiency, yeah. So far, I think, okay, in Taiwan, the idea, the concept of the safety is quite lacking, yeah. Yeah. Normally, we only focus on some machinery, but for the smart manufacturing, so far, I think government did not focus on the safety, yeah. If you want to have a safety machinery, especially we found some accident happen in the maintenance procedure. Yeah, this is very important because sometimes people will ignore. Yes, if people go inside the area for maintenance, yeah, and somebody unintentional start the machine, maybe somebody will kill. Yeah, not during operation. So it's very important for the safety concept there. And if you want to ship the machine to overseas, yeah, you need to make safety machinery, yeah, like to Europe, yeah, Germany, yeah. So it's a very important lesson for our government to focus on the safety. It's my point of view.
Thank you very much. Coming to Mr. Xie, from Chunpower's perspective, what is your wish? I think you signed just an MOU with the German company, so the partnership today is very visible.
The machinery company, we are not offer the machine. The machine is a kind of a product. We are not only offer the product for customer, then you collect the customer payment, then finish the deal. No. The business is just become starting because we have a lot of after service have to do. Maybe more than 5 years, 10 years. The machine running in the market, Chunpower, more than 25 years already. Not very, very old machine, we're still doing the after service. The machine located in Africa, how to do? 25 years old machine running in Africa. They need a part. Hello, Chunpower, send a part. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't have the joint. Impossible. So many things we have to consider over the product, then offer the after service continuously. Such kinds of things, before we don't have enough the ICT technology. Now we have a new technology implement into the machine. We have to have applied, adopt such kinds of new technology, new method to the machinery companies. Then we can switch every company. Then just can say Taiwanese company can become the international hub for the smart manufacturing. That's my point of view.
Yeah. Thank you. Felix, from Beckhoff's perspective, how is your view on the Taiwanese market and the chances here?
I'm pretty optimistic about the Taiwanese future because I think Taiwanese is a nation who is pretty ambitious because we are seeing, more and more Taiwanese machine builders coming to us and ask us how they can improve their machines, how they can compete with German machines, or how can they be competitive against the Chinese machines. So they need to make the machines to be, smarter, with higher productivity, higher efficiency. And I think if the Taiwanese industry continues to pursue this direction, I think leading by the semicon industry, I think Taiwanese semicon industry has done, one of the most excellent job to bring the whole level of competency for Taiwanese industry. I think the machine industry is also following the steps of the semicon, and they are always improving, always try to, improve their level of competency. So we are seeing this, and we also, the XTS product that I have presented is, it costs some money to really introduce this into the production. But we are seeing so many customers, they want to, have a breakthrough in their production, and they do not want to be stuck at the same level, and one day they will be gone because they can never be cheaper than a Chinese manufacturer. So I'm pretty positive that we will continue to work to invest in this market, And we are positive that more and more Taiwanese, they will adopt the advanced German technology in their solutions, and they will stand out in a crowd.
Thank you very much. I think that's a positive outlook. Mr. Chen, YCM is working on, let's say, on both sides of the Taiwan Street. You have experience in, let's say, the high-tech area here and the, let's say, mass production area on the other side. What is your view on the Taiwanese future?
Well, as everyone mentioned, I think Taiwan has a very bright future, and I think it's bound to be how we build from here. And I think, as mentioned from Mr. Hu as well as Tino, is how do we utilize everyone's core competence and build an ecosystem that we can benefit from each other. I think in terms of digital transformation, the time is of essence, and I think as the faster we create these ecosystems to help each other, especially our ultimate customers, I think it will be a benefit to all. Lastly, thank you.
So thank you very much. I think we are coming to an end. So many thanks for your input. I would say it was a very interesting discussion. We highlighted a lot of, let's say, different topics, from safety to human resources to increasing efficiency to, let's say, bringing in ICT technology. In particular, many thanks to Dr. Hu, who has really brought the focus that we should look towards the future. So I would say a great discussion, a lot of great input, and to end up with a positive note, I think I just learned that the Chinese word for crisis consists of two characters. One is risk and danger, and the second is chance, and we should put in focus on chances. And if we are doing so and not regretting and not only, let's say, complaining, then we have very good chances in a Taiwanese-German partnership to come out much stronger out of this crisis as we are right now, and we should realize these chances. So I have to say many thanks for your participation, and looking forward to see you hopefully next year in a not only hybrid seminar, but in a real seminar, because the exchange is the most important part that have we learned today. Thank you very much.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you to our moderator and our panelists. Thank you to Mr. Axel Lindberg, German Trade Office Taipei, Executive Director and Chief Representative. Thank you to Dr. Zhuang, Honorary Chairman of Far East Machinery Industry. And thank you to our panelists, of course, Dr. Hu from ITRI. Thank you to Hu Suozhang. Thank you to Mr. Tino Hildebrand, General Manager of Digital Industry, Siemens Limited Taiwan. Thank you to Mr. Patrick Chen, General Manager of YCM. Thank you to Mr. Andy Wen, TÜV Heinlein Greater China Senior Manager. And thank you to Mr. Bush Xie, Chairman of Chun Power. Thank you to Mr. Felix Wang, Managing Director, Back Office Automation, Taiwan. And of course, thank you to ladies and gentlemen, you for watching and you for joining us online for our 5th Taiwan German Smart Machinery Online Forum. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we will see you after the COVID-19 pandemic for our better and brighter future. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, and now let's pose for a group photo. Please look at Hugo, the one raising his hand. Thank you for the wonderful discussion. Thank you for joining us online for the 5th Taiwan Germany Smart Machinery Online Forum. Thank you.